I'm Real Genetic Demon, and this is What's on the Tape, Season 4, Volume 9. We're getting through them now. Now, this week I'm a little bit frightened about trying this tape. I have found a Sony HF90, which basically means that there could be 45 minutes of Spectrum games on this. And it frightens me because it's either going to work or it's not. Because if it's not going to work, this is going to be a very short video. And thanks very much for joining in. And if it does work, we could be here a while because that's an hour and a half on its own, let alone anything else. So this could be a very short or very long video, one way or the other. Hopefully, there's something on there. I'd been to chuck it into a tape recorder and sort of fast forward through, push the play button, and it does sound like we've got Spectrum sounds on there. So a little bit of a cheat because I wanted to know whether or not this is worth actually doing. So there are Spectrum sounds. I've rewound it. We're going to give it a try. I actually have no idea. No cover came with this one at all. What could possibly be on this tape? So next up, though, just in case, I picked this one up, and this is a W.H. Smith's one. Again, no idea what's on side one, nothing there. It's partially rewound, so basically, I must have picked this one up and not rewound it. So this is going to be interesting, and it's got something on here. It says OD oddball. OD ball? What's that then? It's maybe to do with our Garfield things that we've done on the channel. Anyway, Oddball. Never heard of Oddball. I feel like I should know what it is. Is that a game? Firebird game? Don't know. Anyway, so we've got Oddball on there, so we can definitely try that. We can certainly try out Oddball. And as a reserve, because I have a feeling that some are going to work and some are not going to work, as a reserve, we've got this one, which is the Megatape 2, and as Mr. Birdsall keeps pointing out to me, I'll put a link in the description below to his channel, it's Kamikaze Bear. I keep calling him Banzai Bear. Why do I want to call him Banzai Bear? Anyway, Kamikaze Bear, that's what it is. Kamikaze Bear Go, Mega Game, and that's what it is, and then there's pokes there, and look, there's little gaps as well, so that you could put the number on where your cassette would be at to fast forward to it. And then we've got Bard's Tale on there as well. So I've actually got Bard's Tale, so I'll put that on the screen as well, the box of that, because that's rather cool. So Bear Go. I don't think I've ever played Bear Go. Probably did. Sinclair user anyway. Right, so we've got those, but without further ado, he says, pushing those to one side, we're going to put that into the tape drive and we're going to give it a load. So we'll see whether or not we get anything or nothing. This is going to be an interesting one. Anyway, get your coffees that are ready. I'll speak to you soon. Okay, tape is in the drive and we are ready to go. So let's give it the old load dit, the old load speech marks. So we'll get those. Load dit, we'll give it a go. We'll have a little play. Well, hopefully it will work. I am fingers crossed and all that stuff. So, might be better quality though. This is hell. Oh well, even better. We like the word hell. I don't even know what hell is going to be, but that's plenty of games that I'm sure which had demonic sort of namings back in the 80s and 90s. Oh gosh, I was excited about that. There's a lot of background noise on it. Come on then, we'll give it another go. I don't think there's anything other than a bit of fast forward and rewinding gone on from me a little earlier on this. I didn't actually do anything else. No, it doesn't look good. Let's give it a full reset first, and we'll give it another try. We'll try it again. We'll see if we can get it to work. Hell, what a good start. Anything called hell has to be good. A little bit of demon first. Demon, that's me. Oh, just got attacked by a fly. It's great, surprised me. It landed on me. I was like, "Oh, what's that?" Right, okay, we're going for it. No, that's not happy. No happy bunny. Right, I'm going to press break and see if we can guess what this game is. Can we do this? Can I do this? Can I do a list? No. Right. Wonder whether or not I can get I'm trying to think how I can get the commands, but with it being in black. Oh, it's gonna be tough. I can't even remember what key it was for the extended mode. Hang on, I'm going to grab my other Spectrum. I've got my rubber key wand here. Hang on a second, I'll be back there in a second. My lovely rubber key Spectrum, which is in a beautiful new orange second case. A lot of people think it's disgusting, but I really like my orange case with the orange metal front on it, which is quite nice. I'll put a picture on the screen if I haven't already. So here we go. Right, okay. Now we need to find. I think we need to do the paper command. I can't remember where the paper command is on here on top, because the problem with the +2s is they got rid of all the, apart from load, code, run, and that's it. They got rid of all the commands written on top to stop the keys, so you can't tell what's what. So I've got to remember where paper is. Paper, there we go, and that's extended mode, I think. So that's extended mode. C, and we'll change the colour to, what colour's that? White is 7. Oh, hang on, there's something on the screen. I've managed to break something. Something's not right. Something's flashing there. Something's not happening anyway, so that's not working very well. Oh, Hell. I don't even know if there is a game called just Hell. I played recently Monsters from Hell, which I haven't put the video up for yet, but I will do at some point. But there was one called Monsters from Hell. That was quite an interesting looking game. I'm just going to have a quick look on PlayZX, see if which is a handy little tool that you can get for your phone that allows you to sort of play back the sounds of things. I'm just going to type in Hell, but I bet you there's loads of them. We've got Hell Divers from 1982. We've got Hell Master. We've got Hellfall, Hellfire. I don't think we've got one that's just called Hell, though. Very short one called Hell Divers. And we're going to see. I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll do this one by Mike O'Neill from 1982, just for the hell of it. We'll do this one first. We'll see what this one is. This is Mike O'Neill, 1982. It's a very short load by the looks of things. So I ain't gonna go. It's not gonna eat into the time, because I did say to you at the beginning that this could be extremely short or it could be extremely long. This video. It's just one of those things that could happen here, especially with something like this where can work and might not work, and does work and then doesn't work. So yeah, it's one of those things. Right, let's go down to load dit, see if that'll work. Oh, I say load dit, I mean basic. Right, okay, let's go with that one then. We'll push the play on there, and we'll put load dit, enter, and we'll push the play on that. And here we go. I wonder if it's just going to come up with the word hell. Hell Drivers, it's called. No, it's just Drivers, you see. It's Hell Drivers. It's a Divers, didn't I, before? I was thinking of there's a modern day game which is like a multiplayer sort of top-down shooter. Reminds me a little bit of Chaos Engine, if you remember that, on the Commodore Amiga. Did I ever make it to anything else? Did that make it to the Atari ST as well? I don't know. But yeah, so there was that game there for it. And that was quite not a bad game, actually. It's actually not a bad little sort of romp. It's kind of like a continual war as well. It continuously goes on, where you're fighting on 3 fronts. It reminds me of the movie Starship Troopers as well in its nature. So 1982, July 1982. And we've got A, K. So Hell Drivers, AK. You control the black car. Speed up, speed down is M. Wow, interesting controls. Right, any key to continue. Oh, I've played this before. This is an arcade game. Basically, what you've got to do is you've got to jump on and off the tracks, sort of between the tracks when you get to the gaps. So I need to speed up a bit here, and then I need to go across like that. See, he'll follow me to some extent like that, and I basically need to keep away from him. It's like Pac-Man but with cars, but only with certain junctions, and I can't slow down fast enough or speed up fast enough to get past him there. So we're stuffed. But yeah, that's the basic premise of it. There is an arcade game. Somebody made an arcade game of this, funnily enough, which looks quite good. I can't remember its name off the top of my head. If you do know what it is, put it in the comments below. But there is an arcade game that kind of grabbed me as sort of being quite good. So Let's move off. No, I'm really rubbish at this moving stuff, though. Changing direction and moving. I'm just doing really badly here. I'm going to lose here. I've got 92 points, though. I've not done it badly. So, weird Pac-Man. Oh, I've not sped up. I pushed the wrong button. Didn't speed up. I'm a bit of an idiot. Never mind. Yeah, well. Yeah, so that's Driver. Do I want another game? No, but I suspect it's basic as well if we do that. Yeah, it is. It is. List. Yeah. Didn't actually, to be fair, on the scale of things, it was quite responsive for a basic game. The problem with basic game is that you have to work your way through subroutines of the basics. So it's not like machine code where you can make subroutines run at the same time. So you can't sort of a real time program with basic. You kind of have to loop around until you get to the in key command, which allows you to basically push a key to go left, right, up, down, whatever else it is. But it's quite good. That didn't mind that one. Right, okay, let's get this tape on the road again. Let's put load it in again, and we'll pass whatever that was, that hell thing. We'll just give it a whiz past. There's some data for it. Fingers crossed, we'll get something off this. Oh, there was a word. A word. There we go. That's just data for that, whatever that game was, that hell game. Could have been Hellfire. There was a game called Hellfire by Melbourne House, which had a blue sort of label at the top of it. I can't remember what it was. Was there like a dancing demon on the front cover of it? I think there was. We got a lot of demons this week, actually. Maybe this episode was just for me. Unfortunately, we got a lot of tape demons as well, where things don't load. I don't want to go too far because I don't want to miss the possibility of another tape or another game. We'll be very selective here with our fast forwarding as we go along. Just having a little fast forward. Oh, got a gap. There we go. We have a gap. Well, it doesn't sound good though, this tape. Sky Fox. Ooh. Hang on. It went dead. Oh! That was a really fast load on that. Sky Fox. We're going to give it another go. We'll give it another go. Sky Fox. What the heck's Sky Fox? There was... I believe, was it Star Fox, also already had a license in the UK, so when Nintendo came to do their Star Fox, they weren't allowed to because it was already trademarked, if that makes sense. So that's why... was it Star Fox or Star something else? Star Wing? Oh, can't remember. Somebody will tell me in the comments below, definitely. Right, Sky Fox. I'm going to search for that. While that's running, I am going to have a quick search for Sky Fox. So we're going to have a little search for Sky Fox. Sky Fox. Ooh, I can't find Sky Fox in here. Doesn't mean it's not there. It's just it doesn't say it on the actual device. That's not very good. So let's give it another. Let's rewind that a bit. I just ejected it to have a look at it. I don't know why I ejected it to have a look at it. Give it another try, and we'll give it another try. We'll give it another little whirl. While that's doing that, in a second, what we'll do is we'll try. I've got a larger catalogue of sort of tapes and things like that on my machine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a little look through that right now and see whether or not I can actually find something on there. Let's see if I can find something in the Spectrum things. See if I can find a Sky Fox while I'm trying that load. Let's do that load again. Let's just try it one more time. See if that works. Let's go for that one. That's just the end of the tape. Let's have a little look. Spectrum. I've got Spectrum tapes here. Tapes. It's not them. Let's have a little look. See if I can find this thing. So this should start doing that Sky Fox again. I don't think it's going to work, but we'll give it a whirl. Sky Fox. So let's have a little look here and see whether or not we've actually got anything. Tapes. Tape files. That's what we want. Nope, nothing in there. That's not going very well, is it, on there? Let's just have a look at, see what we can find in here. Let's see if we can find a file in here. I'm having a good look here. I'm having a rummage. You can tell I do this ad hoc. Skyfox, I have found it. I will copy it onto my Dropbox and copy it to my phone right now. So, copy. Let's have a little look. Drop it into my Dropbox. At least we know we can do it. Let's have a little look. Games. Spectrum. Paste. Right, that's on my Dropbox. It should be on my phone. Let's just do that now. Let's download that. It's all exciting, isn't it? We'll quickly get that. So this one, files, games, Spectrum, Skyfox. There's no app attached to it. We're not surprised, really. Export, save to device, save. It's just doing it. Right, back to PlayZX. Let's get PlayZX back up again. We'll just pop that up on the screen on here. Local. Select. Skyfox. Select. Right, I've got it selected. Let me just get all this swapped around as we do. God, that tape's so heavy it's actually causing the door or the cassette deck sort of mechanism just to not pop up as quickly as it might do with a lighter tape. That's quite cool, really. Right, let's reset Spectrum. I've added Skyfox to it. Let's go for Skyfox. Not a game I've heard of before. Let's push the play button. Let's go for it. Ooh, it's a big one though. It's a big one. It's a Skyfox. Right, that's loading. So while that's doing that, I'm going to fast forward this tape a little bit. Just see if we can find the next part, so we don't have to worry about it later. Okay. Skyfox. Oh, that's the data on mine. Okay, loading the screen. That's cool. I quite like the name of my tape deck. It's a bit old and knackered, but it's called Sensei. I kind of like it. And it works fine. It's not that old kind of. I do like. By the way, I'm going to comment here on that graphics. That's cool. Look at that plane. Sort of space plane, I'm guessing, some sort. It's really cool. I hope the game's as cool as that. In fact, I'm going to note a number of things here. Look at the way that they're working with the colour clash on the letter Skyfox, but they wanted to make it sort of jaunty, so they've still gone with it and let it overlap a bit. But it works. It works quite nicely, actually. It's like when you kind of trace over something and the edge kind of little spews just a little bit. That's quite nice. I like that. I have found, on the other tape, I have found the next game, I think. So I'm going to... That's set ready to go. I do like my Sensei tape. I think it's really cool, actually. Really cool. I'm so sad for liking it that much. Oh, Skyfox. I'm excited. 1985. 1985. What happened in 1985? Was this the year that... Back to the Future, was it not? 85, 55, and 2015? Yeah, 85, I'm sure, was the year that Marty McFly was in at the time. Good old Marty McFly. Skyfox, very apt, isn't it? It was Marty McFly flying it. Oh, because it was Michael J. Fox? No? Okay. Only me, then. I used to love that movie. It's interesting though, isn't it? Because they changed the actress who played his girlfriend. And I can't. Jennifer, wasn't it? That's it. Okay. Do you know something? I've probably seen it 100 times and I can never remember her name. Isn't that ridiculous? But they redid the whole thing, didn't they? Because first off, Michael J. Fox was in some American sitcom. I want to say Days of Their Lives or something similar. Probably wrong, but he was in a sitcom, so most of the movie was filmed at night because he was such a big star at the time from that they filmed most of it in the evenings just to sort of avoid the sort of, because basically he came out of work and he was like, he went and did that. He must have been absolutely shattered. Anyway, but most of it's filmed in the evening as a result. So it's because finished one job, went straight to the other, because he wasn't entirely sure that this Back to the Future movie would be a big hit or anything similar. So that's what he did. He went backwards and forwards between his sitcom day job and this movie. But they reshot, as we go back to the girlfriend. The girlfriend in the 1985 one is different to the girlfriend in the ones after that. I think it's Leah Thompson. Can't remember. You'll put it in the comments. You know who I'm talking about. But they changed the girl, and they had to for the Back to the Future Part 2. They had to redo the entire end sequence. Well, there wasn't very much, but they had to redo the end sequence with the new actress, Leah, or whatever she's called, Leah. I won't call her Leah. And she was in what's it called as well, wasn't she? She must have been. She made the right decision there, sort of, didn't she? She's still. I think. Are we finished? It's finished. I think it's loaded. Yeah, but she was in Howard the Duck as well, actually. Remember that. But yeah, they had to recut the whole thing because of that. Anyway, push key. Oh, you cannot be. You've got to be kidding. After all that, it's not loaded. No! We no likey! Skyfox has not loaded, or it's loaded and it's just not worked. Let's just do a full reset of Spectrum and let's try that one more time, shall we? Because that's annoying that it hasn't loaded. We'll give that one more try. We'll go with the loader. We'll try that as well. We're going to give it another try. We'll give it another try while it's loading. We'll see what's going on. Because it looked so good, we're going to have to give it another try. See, I did say about this video, I did say it was going to be one of those ones, didn't I? Press play and record, then any key. Hang on, it's like... What is he doing? That's so weird. I didn't see that before. Did you see that come up before? I most definitely didn't see that come up before. Right, okay, Skyfox. Total disaster. No idea who it was by. Well, I know who it was by. It was on the thing there, but no idea who did it. That was a disaster. I don't know why it was doing recording there. Why was it doing recording? Second time we played it, it asked to records. But on the 128K, only one did the loader via the 128K. Whoa, right, okay, mind completely befuddled. Let's carry on, let's see where we're at with the next one. No, we're not doing well. We played one game, wasn't the right game, but we did play one game. Let's see what's on here. Movie! This is it an Imagine or a Ocean game? It could be... an Ocean game? Imagine game? Can't remember. One of the two big sort of names at the time. I'm sure it might be Imagine, actually. But anyway, a movie was highly rated. It's an isometric action adventure where you kind of play that kind of cool detective, with the trench coat. Those ones from donkeys years ago. We're not having fun with this tape, though, are we? You can hear how bad it is, though, because there's a lot of background static on it. Let's not even try and do that. Let's see if whether or not I've got it. See if I've got it on here and see if this one loads. We'll give this one a try. Got to be worth a go. I'm doing really badly though here. We're doing really badly. We have had one. I don't think we're going to get many successes on this Sony tape. I think we're gonna have to resort to the to loading it from something else. But at least we have the option there. It's better than previous videos I've had to skip, haven't I, completely? Whereas this has given me the option to do so. So it's not so movie. Yeah, it's Imagine software. It was. Let's go with that one. Right, let's press the play on here. Let's press the play on here. 1986 this is. I've gone with the re-release here because it actually says it's shorter to load, which I don't know whether that means it's the 48K version only, but we'll see. Might lose a bit of music possibly, but it's a shorter load. I think this is the Spanish version. I think by that at the beginning, presenter. It's definitely the Spanish version of it. So maybe we're losing the loading screen, possibly. I always thought the way that shot in there on the level was on the screen was quite cool, actually. Mightly impressed by that. Impressed by a lot of things, Oh, it's my favourite kind of thing, that the where you change the background, the borders. That's one of my favourite when you go the full multicoloured thing. That's the sound of it being fast forwarded on my tape. Right, I think I found the next bit of the tape. Right. Yes, movie. So it's kind of that film noir kind of thing. Yeah, I think that's the best way to describe it. Sort of film noir. You're that Sam Spade kind of character. That the detective who will, whatever the story is. I can't even remember the story. I don't think I've even got this actually. It's one of those games that I feel I should have, and it got. I think it got. Did it get mixed reviews though? I think there's a few people gave it different reviews at the time. I can't remember exactly. I was never an isometric man. That was the thing. I never quite got. I think it's the movement, all right. And I'll justify this again because it was either, if you imagine it flat, up and down, sort of like a map, and you basically go up and down, or north and south, and east and west, and that was your movement. But then you get that map and you turn it 45 degrees, and then you flip it down 45 degrees. That's isometric, basically. Is that about right? Or was it more than that? It might be 90 degrees, you flip it down. But either way, it gives you that kind of angle where you kind of see it. And then you still went north, south, east and west on that plane, but there was no diagonal move through it. There was no smooth sliding movement which you'd get with other games, which were top down, so you could sort of slide all over the place. I mean, the example that goes through my head right this moment in time is Attic Attack, where you've got your little man and you could sort of skirt around the whole thing, moving wherever he wished to go, whereas an isometric forces you to make a choice to. And the thing is, they never really got the keys, if that makes sense. Some games made you rotate with the left and right buttons and then walk forward or back. Some games made you the directional. Some games gave you the option of both. But brutally honest, you never the options were there. But if you could have smoothly moved at the dials, I don't know whether that would have been possible or not. But if you could have smoothly moved, so it would have been. I think I would have been more impressed by them. Imagine presents movie. Yeah, so you're like a detective, I think, looking at a story about some kind of the movie industry or something, I'm guessing. It's been a while. Options? Any other key to start? O for options. C. Alright, okay. I need a Sinclair converter for my machine. Actually, I must get one of those where you can change the cable output, so you can plug anything you like in instead of being stuck with a Sinclair joystick. It drives me around the twist that. Anyway, rotate. Yeah, see there was rotate, IQ on. Right, any other key to play? So off we go. So do you see how it said rotate? So this will be a rotate job. I mean, what a lovely sprite that is. It's really good. I mean, there's his room, his office. It's just filling it all in. I believe you can interact with quite a lot of things in it. I mean, seriously, that's impressive stuff. Right, what's my controls? Ah, it's cursors. Didn't expect it to be cursors. Oh no, it isn't cursors. What's the movement? I'm looking for the movement keys. Oh! Ah! Rotate. That's walk forward. So Y's walk forward. That's also walk forward. So Y's walk forward. I got to rotate. That's weird. Alright, okay. So I have... I don't know if I've got the right keys here. That's it. Right, okay. So we've got that. Right, so I can walk around. So we've got our little man. So as I say, we've got rotate here. I think graphically it looks amazing. We'll say, I often say this about the Spectrum, you know, this is your little machine. I need to know how to enter the menu button at the bottom there now. Ah, the brake key seems to move it through the menu. What's that one do? So, alright, shift, symbol shift and cap shift moves you through this menu. So it's like your interact buttons there at the bottom. So, that's the walk. Alright, and then H gets you out of it, right, okay. So, if I... Right, I want to interact with the tape player here, I think. So... Okay, brake gets me into that... Or did before. Enter. 0. I think I'm missing a key here again. I thought I had that there. Thought the brake key got me into that menu. Oh, let's have a wander anyway. Let's just get a little wander. I haven't got the keys here for this one, so but let's have a little wander. Let's get a feel for it. So we've got radiators in the room. We have the something on the desk. It's an old-fashioned tape recorder. Good old hat rack there. There's television going. So it can't be that old if it's television. There'll be items to pick up. That looks like my gun there on here. Look, see on there. But that's my gun. I'll need that for some reason. Oh, we can push stuff around. Push the chair around for no good reason. And a table. Yes. Right. Okay. God bless you. God bless you too. There we go, walk through the door. He's just shouting God bless you the whole time. There's a parrot. I'm not sure what they're meant to be doing, but obviously there's more to it than what I'm doing at the moment. Oh, I walked into whoever at the door and he killed me. Oh, that was it. I'm dead. That was a bit disappointing, really, wasn't it? I got a score though, quite surprisingly. 0%. Or, sorry, 2% and 0 score. Oh, well, never mind. I say that's not a game I had back in the day. I don't think I even ever played it, to be honest with you. Or may have done. I knew what it was. I think probably more by, reputation than necessarily by anything else. Gun. Oh, gun. Is this an ultimate game? I don't know, this tape's absolutely chocker with stuff. I'm hoping the further we get through it, the more likely we are that some of the stuff loads from it. Possibly. Maybe. Fingers crossed. I feel like this is an Ultimate game and I can't remember it at all. Yeah, it is. Ultimate Presents. Oh, what is it? Gunslinger, maybe. Gunslinger? I'm sure you're shouting at the screen just as much as I'm shouting at you, saying, what is it? What is it? What is it? I can't remember. Oh, it makes me feel really bad when I can't remember what it is. Ultimate Play the Game. Seriously, I still think that logo is pretty cool. I kind of wish Rare would bring it back, because I mean that's what they went on to become. But I would kind of wish that they'd kind of bring it, almost a nostalgia thing. You know, look at the old games and do something with them. I know that they've done a few, haven't they? They've done remakes of Jetpack and a few other things, but what happened there? Right, I'm not gonna. Right, okay, I'm gonna rewind it. We'll try loading it in 48K version. See what happens. That's definitely it. Right, let's rewind that and let's try it in 48K. Gunslinger. It must be Gunslinger. Was it Gunslinger? Oh, now it's really annoying me. There's a modern day game called Just Gun, which I think has got a reputation of being quite good. I think Valve did it. It was originally created by Valve, the people who run Steam. I think they created a game called Gun, which was kind of very underrated at the time. I think there may be some copy protection on this one, though. This is what I think was getting us here. A little bit of copy protection. I'd like to see the full title screen, not just the little one that keeps popping up here. This tape's in terrible shape. Yeah, I'd like to see what the next loading screen has to offer, if it does one. Maybe. See what happens. Yeah, I've made a schoolboy error here, you know. I've actually forgotten to get a cup of coffee. And I like a cup of coffee. If you've ever watched my videos, I'm quite into my cup of coffees. Do like one. I think I'm running a bit on empty as well today. I stayed up quite late last night just watching absolutely garbage horror movies. But I have a bit of a gun fright. Yeah. I have a bit of a I don't know. I kind of like pulp style sort of horror movies. They don't have to be particularly clever or whatever else it is. They just have to be silly, you know, silly enough that they're fun. So I was watching a couple. What was I watching last night? I was watching something that some kind of detective thing, which was kind of, it was meant to be gory, but it wasn't particularly gory, and I was like 45 minutes in. You know it's bad when you're 45 minutes in and you're going, this is boring and I don't care what's going on anymore. Not that you care particularly much about a pulpy sort of horror movie, but when you just completely sort of give up, you know. And then at the point, it was like 45 minutes, I was like, do I stop it or do I watch the end? You know, we've got another sort of 45 minutes to go-ish, you know, 35 when you talk about the credits and whatever else is. Can I be bothered? So I watched it to the end and it was rubbish. I tend to pick up these things in charity shops, though, because this is where you get the best pulpy sort of things, the things that nobody else wants. But sometimes you get a little gem out of them, you know, and occasionally it happens. But I picked something up recently, I can't remember what it is now, just that there was a bit of a gem. That I quite liked. That was Piranha 3D. That was just absolutely rubbish, but brilliant at the same time. It's terrible. Just vastly overused CGI graphics, but some proper blood when they required it. It was just rubbish, and it was brilliant at the same time. I loved it just because of the fact that it was just rubbish and brilliant. And I know that's such what an oxymoron that is. You know, quite literally. It was rubbish but great at the same time. I really liked it. A lot of fun. But don't you know? It wasn't going to tax your brain. It was about piranhas eating people in prehistoric piranhas, scoffing people. Brilliant. Anyway, what else did I watch recently? The other night, I watched that. The pulpy whatever it was, and then I watched something. It was a British made film. Something about social media. It was called Panic Button.
And another one of them kind of things. I was like, I got halfway through it, and it was at this point it was like late. I mean, it was like 1:30 in the morning, and I don't know why I started watching at 12 o'clock at night. But anyway, it was like almost 1:30 in the morning. And I sort of paused it on and off, which is never a good sign to watch bits on YouTube and whatever else and go backwards and forwards. Paused it on and off, and yeah, it wasn't good. It really wasn't very good. Didn't enjoy that one either. But I'm looking at a stack of around about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 other movies that I picked up this weekend. They range from all kinds of things. I know there's actually a couple of good ones amongst that. There's the original Wes Craven's The Hills of Eyes, which is sort of that whole I don't know how you describe it really. Those sort of those people who live in the hills, basically, who kind of murder a lot of people. Hey, it worked. So I'm going to guess the keys of the horrible ACG ones that we've got. That's the first one that's loaded off the tape, by the way, and I did say that this might actually happen. We might start loading them as we go along. So, yeah, Hills of Eyes, Maximum Overdrive, Last House on the Left, a few things like that. Anyway, let's go on with the game. So, let's see. It's going to probably be QWERTY, unfortunately. Music's not bad. There we go, starting the game. So, it is those keys, is it not? Oh no, it's not. What's left and right? What's fire? I didn't get anything there. Right, so basically, I am this little man here. And my job is to... Oh, gosh. My job is I'm hunting down Buffalo Bill there. And this is an isometric where you rotate. And as I said to you before, all of them, I don't mind this one too much. But anyway, so we're getting Buffalo Bill there as a reward for him, dead or alive. So, dead is obviously the way it's gonna go. And we got little isometric thing. And you get a horse, and you get fines, and you're the detective, you're the sheriff of the town, and then you walk around like this, trying to find him. I don't like the controls. I still don't like the controls. I mean, I've said this before. I'm such a whinger, aren't I? Moaning mini, but I don't like the controls. I like the graphics, I think they're great, and I can't believe you get killed by walking into pedestrians. There's the horse look in front of me. I don't even have enough money for the horse, I don't think. Oh, maybe I do. There you go. I can go really speedy on the horse, look at that. It's like a hobby horse, it's brilliant. It's been a while since I played this one. I don't have this one in my collection, I don't think. I think this is one that came in one of them lovely big cardboard boxy things that they've got. I got no bullets left though. I love the way there's a supply and demand thing going on with the bullets at the bottom of the screen. You know, the price of bullets have gone way up because I've shot a few. Oh, another horse. I've run out of money though. I've run out of money. I wonder if there's a... I'm just pushing buttons now. There's no map as far as I can tell. That was the thing, wasn't it? There was no we really not we didn't suffer, but we really you had it tough back in the 80s. You kind of you basically had to deal with whatever you had. She can kill me. I'm gonna go in here, see if I can find anything in there. Nope. Let's go on out that side. Oh, there's a store. You see that? I saw that. I can't control myself. There we go. Let's go in the store and we'll see if we can get ourselves some bullets. I'm trying to avoid that lady there because she'll kill me. Oh, money. And he said pointing that way. That must be the Buffalo Bill that way, look. He must be this way. Ah, look, he's pointing there. Look. Oh, look, there's little guys to help you out. I didn't know that. And bags of money. Little dudes who tell you which way you should be going. Saloon. Is he in the saloon? Of course he is. No, it's not in the saloon. Where's that guy gone? I need another one of them little dudes to tell me where he is. Oh, don't kill me! I'm not dead, am I? Oh, I'm back at the jail, though. So, I went... Ah! Should have shot one of them, shouldn't I? Right, I'm going to shoot one. We're going to have another go, and I'm going to shoot somebody. I've got some money. Oh, it gives you lots of money. Yeah, that's handy though, isn't it? Because you get lots of money to start the game with then. Right. I'm going to go this way because that little kid was there. There, he's pointing in there, look. Hang on, you can't kill me when you're telling me where... telling me how to catch the guy and you're killing me. Oh, another... No, I'm not. No. Ah! That's rubbish. I'll just keep crashing at them. That's no good. Right. I want to kill one person. Let's just kill one person. Let's shoot somebody, alright? Getting some of these things. They're handy, of course, because that means you've got more bullets that you can buy, and a number of other things. I don't know why I started with less bullets, though. I want to find something to shoot. Right. No! Idiot. The rotating is just really annoying. Right, okay. Yes! Did I get money? I don't know. I don't know if I got money for that. I've got... No, I lost money for that. So obviously they were innocent bystanders who kill you instantaneously. Yeah, I love it. But it looks like if you collect the hats, you get more bullets. Or I did before. Let's see if I can find the little kid. No! Oh, I'm going to run out of here. There we go. It's very clever though. If you think about this, back in the day, this is clever stuff. These graphics were unheard of. The level of detail that was involved in these things is just unbelievable. Now that's the store. I don't see any. That was I thought that was the store. Oh! I should shoot the little child, shouldn't I? Really? Maybe. I don't know. Okay. Let's go this way. Can I get out here? Nope. There he is! I shot him! Oh no, I didn't. No, I died. Try to shoot him. You got that whole gunslinger bit. I forgot about that. Do you know something though? This is something that I saw in. Is it the Call of Juarez? A modern day game. They did a very similar sort of shootout kind of first-person sort of work on it. Worked really well actually. Really good indeed. That was quite good actually. I'm still not that keen on the isometric thing of it. It's beautiful. It's just stunning. But at the same time, it's just not. It's just not me. It's not me. You know. It's not you, it's me. Oh, I thought I had music there. Wasn't. Spitfire! oh, we won't have much fun playing this at all, which is the one I'm thinking it is, because it has like 4 million controls on the keyboard. If we can manage to get off the ground, we'll have done well. See, this is what my worry was with this tape. My worry was that we would actually get into it and it would be flipping massive, just a huge tape, and that we would be here for like 4 million hours. And guess what? We're here for 4 million hours. So yeah. Well, maybe not necessarily 4 million hours. I don't even think we're halfway through. We're about 1/3 of the way through. A third. Oh, good old Mirrorsoft. See, for me, Mirrorsoft, funnily enough, I like Mirrorsoft stuff. I have some educational things, and shout in the comments if this is something that might interest you. Would you like to see me adding up? Because I've got some good educational games that I like. I like educational games. I always quite like them. I think that's because the nostalgia is attached for me to sort of the 80s and whatever else is learning, and you know those days when they brought a BBC to school, and every school in the country would have one, and all this kind of stuff. And we all had a computer and whatever else it is, and that was that game as well. Did it ever come out on the Spectrum? Because that would be a game worth having if it was ever came out on the Spectrum. It was a game called Granny's Garden, which is kind of, I don't even remember the premise of it. It used to scare the hell out of me though. It's like some kind of witch who lived at the end of the garden or something, and I can't even remember the ins and outs of the story, but I do remember being scared by it, but at the same time I always wanted to play it again, and to be fair, I should, because it's on the Amstrad CPC. I've also got a BBC. It's one that I've got most that I think I've got the 4 big ones from the 80s. I've got the ZX Spectrum, I've got the Commodore 64, I have the BBC Micro, and I have the Amstrad CPC. Now, BBC Micro and the Amstrad CPC sold about the same numbers-wise in the UK. There was around about 1.5 million. It's surprising, really. You'd think it was more, wouldn't you? You'd think the BBC Micro would be absolutely blowing everybody else out of the water. Then you got the Spectrum itself, and we're talking about 5.5 million, which isn't actually as many as you think it is. PlayStation 4, for instance, has just taken the console chart, all-time sales of console chart, has just reached number 2 with 105 million. Take that in for a second. But the all-time number 1 is the PlayStation 2 with 155 million consoles. That is a staggering number of it. It really is. So when we talk about 5 million Spectrums, it wasn't an awful lot in comparison to sort of in the scale. But for the UK, it wasn't bad. I mean, the population back in the 80s. Probably wasn't too far off what it is now. It's about 60. It was about 66 million. Somebody said 70 million recently. 66 million, say 60 million, 5 million Spectrums. It's not bad. It's not a bad proportion of the British, sort of populace. And of course, it did sell abroad as well, so that wasn't too bad. But it was nowhere near the Commodore 64 or the Commodore sales. Commodore was at 12.5 million. That's worldwide, though. I mean, it wasn't the UK. I don't know whether I would have thought it would be in the millions of the UK. It wasn't an expensive device. I mean, that's the beauty of the Spectrum. It was kind of built with cost in mind. However, it completely missed the boat. Cost in mind for a machine designed to look like business, i.e., the sort of the 8x8 pixel blocks that we've got on the screen that are basically each character is text. Didn't think about games at all. In fact, I think that was probably his worst nightmare for the chap was games. But yeah. Right, okay. I said about this earlier that I need a Sinclair converter, because I do have a Sinclair joystick. I'm going to get that out the cupboard now. I am going to go for the Sinclair code because we need to try plugging something in and giving it a go. So hang on a second. I'll see if I can find it handy. I know it's here. Is that the Sinclair one? Oh, that's a real Sinclair one. I'm going to put that on the screen. This is the ugly grey one that came with the machines. Oh, this is ugly. Ugly. Yeah, I don't know how well it'll work, but we'll give it a try. So I've plugged it in. So let's do J for joystick. Number 4. Oh God, it's a bit original logs. Choose Pilot Smith. Practice. Right. Yeah, this is the one where I just crashed the plane because I'd took the gear up. Let's try that again. Number 4. Original logs. Smith. Practice. Right. So B for brake, maybe. That's fine. I'm accelerating. I can't work out how I'm pulling up or not. Oh, I'm in the air. But how do I see the rest of the screen? Space? Ah! I'm in the air. And I'm firing my machine gun. Oh, right. Wow, we did it. Now, I'll say like this, I do for other things. This is somebody who created like a flight simulator for the Spectrum. With 2 levels to it. That's kind of cool. You've got to give them kudos for the amount of detail and the effort that went to for this. Oh, look at that as well. Look at the cleverness of the cockpit. Using the green on the outskirts of the cockpit in the pixels allows it to look or avoid the colour clash. Look at that. So the edge of the cockpit there, as they run across the ground, kind of avoided that. Right, so I'm in the air. Not sure what I'm going to be doing, but let's see if we can turn around and see if we can see the airport where we took off from, or the landing strip. I'm spinning us upside down, look, going the whole hog. Whoa! My Spitfire is awesome. Loop-de-loop. Loop-de-loop. Let's do it. We're going up. Oh, we're back down. And we're going for that full. Oh, look, there's the landing pad. There it is. Oh, God, I'm going so fast. Ah! Oh, no. Oh, God. It's going badly. Should have plugged the Sinclair joystick in earlier. It's absolutely awful. It's like it's got so much give on it. It's like one of them, you know. So if you ever driven a car where you put it in gear and but it's still floating. You know, there's like 17 inches of movement around it. You can just sort of roll it round in a circle, yet you're still in gear. It's one of those kind of things. That's kind of cool. I kind of like that. After all that, I'm not. Oh, I've got the gear up. I've got gear. I can probably go faster with the gear up, can't I? Yeah, I'm a full-on acrobatic plane flyer now. No, but the only problem I have is there's no real feeling of movement. Now, I could have solved that very simply by placing little dots onto the ground, and those dots kind of would move in conjunction to what you're doing, which would the resulting effect would give you that feeling that you're flying at speed. That would have actually solved a bit of the problem. I'm going to crash it into the ground now. I'm going to crash my Spitfire. Here we go. We're going for it. I don't know what altitude I'm at. 1,000 feet and dropping rapidly. Come on. We're going down. Biggles would not be happy. No, but Biggles flew biplanes to me, so before anybody says, I can't think of a Spitfire pilot off the top of my head. I'm good at that, really bad. There we go, smashed it. Came in too steeply. You've bought it, old boy. Ah, I quite like that. Yeah, I was quite surprised that one worked. Let us carry on. We're doing all right. Spitfire. Give it the old load. This is a proper compilation tape, though. This is the one where you had all of the things written on the inside of the inlay, and then down the side of it was all the bits that went with it. Brilliant. Yeah, proper compilation. Turbo. Oh, could be Turbo Spree. Oh, please be Turbo Spree. You'll make my day if it's Turbo Spree. Turbo Spree really is one of my absolute all-time favourite Spectrum games. The thing about it is I like everything. I'm kind of an odd sort of person when it comes to this kind of stuff. I would like to like everything. I think that they're very everything about there is no what I would call There are a few big companies at the time in the Spectrum world, but think about the number of developers on it. We're talking like 2 or 3, maybe maybe 2 people at a time, 3 people at push. Oh, here's Turbo Spree. That's also my favourite. That was also the car I wanted as a kid. Yes, I love the Lamborghini and I love the Ferrari. And it was Testarossas and it was Countach's, but the Turbo Spree. It just looks stunning, and I just think they look absolutely brilliant. Anyway, where was I? What was I talking about? So there was a few big companies back in the day, but most of the time they were really kind of one person at a time. They were generating these things, so it was kind of soulful in a way. They're what nowadays you might call indie games, and even indie games have a large production crew. There's a few that are smaller, but even they have a small sort of group of people that work on them. But they're not kind of like those big corporation things. So I kind of love that about the 80s gaming. That was one of those things that really, it's wonderful. It's just brilliant. It's really nice that was involved in it. It was these were created by people who wanted to create something, not necessarily to get rich, but because they wanted to create a game that you wanted to play. Something that's kind of lacking nowadays. I don't think some of these big companies really give a they don't give a crap about what we think. They're just churning out more and more garbage, the same stuff over and over again. I say garbage, it's good garbage, but sometimes it's quality garbage. They make a real effort to it, but they appeal to the to masses, because that's what they've been playing over and over again. But they're not creating anything. They're not expanding. And when they want to create something, these corporations, you know how they deal with it? They buy the little guy who's doing the great job. Realistically, you could say the very same about Microsoft. Microsoft bought, for instance, Minecraft, which was effectively an indie game which did very, very, very well. But they bought it, and they bought it to so that they had something that was a quality product. To be fair, you can barely touch the Minecraft IP in that sense. You wouldn't want to. You'd be psychotic as a computer company to it. But then you got the EAs of the world who just basically murder company after company after company, because they don't make them $1 billion game. Because of shareholders and other things, and it's just stupid. And I know they want to make money, but to be honest with you, you can make a very healthy living from churning out quality, intelligent games, single players, and all this other stuff. So the 80s and the 70s, 80s, and 90s, they're probably the times when we weren't doing that, but they were moving towards it. Your early EA stuff, pretty good. Some of it, Desert Strikes and things like that were pretty good. There was some good EA stuff back in the day. It's just when they just decided that they would milk our wallets permanently. I understand that currently the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare, whatever version it is, doesn't have loot boxes. But colour me surprised if it doesn't happen. I would be utterly amazed if the loot boxes don't appear shortly. The new tactic, you see, is not to put them in so that they're basically, when your reviewers are reviewing it, there's no loot boxes there, and they don't. Initially you don't have the loot boxes, but 6 months later you bung them in because, hey, why not rob us blind and add gambling mechanics to games that don't require gambling mechanics, drawing in children. I do apologise. We've clearly this is not the original one, and I should be dobbing myself in for £100 reward. Anyway, so Turbo Spree inspired Grand Theft Auto. The top-down version, not the city version. This is what inspired it. This was a free and open roaming city where you played a policeman driving around in a Turbo Spree and shooting down gangsters and drug dealers and whatever else it is in the street. But you could roam where you wanted, go whichever way you wanted to do that. 3 cities, varying difficulties: Wellington, Gainsborough, Romford, and Minster. So we'll go with Wellington. Alright, I don't know if I can change the keys. Oh, I can do the keys for playing with. So we're going to go left, right, fire, slow, fast, M for map, and T for quit. One of the few games with a map as well. We'll leave it at that, and we'll just play, because I just want to play. So that you got your car. You've got to get basically the arm car has been seen on North 18. So if we do M for map, we can see where I am. So I am on North, whatever else it is. I'm just zooming along the road, and I can shoot, and you can move into the lanes, and then to turn the corner you press fire and the direction, so you can turn sharply around the corner. And there's traffic lights and everything. And we don't want to shoot pedestrians. So you've got to kill the drug car and the armoured car. So there we go, round that corner like that. It's brilliant, this, honestly. Yeah, anybody who doesn't think this is good. So 18 and 19 will be around about here, I think. There we go. I think I'm on North 19. I'm going to stop for a second, hit my map, and I'm on 20 there, I think. 20. I think I need to go up this way and then do this roundabout here. We'll take the armoured car out. I'm going to go through the red lights because I'm a policeman. And you can kill pedestrians as well, and you get into points, penalty points and all kinds of stuff. So, and we want to go to this one, I think. There we go. Go down this one. Turbo Spree, just absolutely fantastic. I actually have a couple of copies of it because of the different tapes and colours and things like that. Because I don't have the very original Durell version, but I do have the other ones. Hit car closing in, yeah. So you got they try to knock you out as a policeman, but you can blow them away as well. They shoot at you. Can't remember how many lives you get actually. Oh. Right, I need to have a look at the map again because I don't know where I am. That's me there. There's a hit car coming on this. Not. Oh, is it this one? Next one. Oh, you've got petrol stations as well. Let's have a little see if I can get there. Ah. There's a petrol station, so you need to get more petrol when you need it. So it's up here. I think we just park beside it and it allows us to get more fuel. That's it, you drive onto the road edge to get it. I forgot about that. There's so many lovely features in here. Now think about this. This is an open world car driving game. Can you imagine how fantastic we thought this was when we were kids? That we were in this open world and we could do what we liked. Just go where you wanted, zoom around the streets at full tilt. And that's what we used to do. Zoom around the streets at full tilt, just doing whatever we wanted. Right, okay, let's see if I can find it. That's me there, I think. I think I'm facing the wrong way though, so I need to... Oh, I think I've crashed myself here. Oh, I've got myself jammed. I've killed myself. Pressed the quick key because I got myself caught. Now that's clever though, sensibly doing that. There we go. So we can do a full turn on the road. I'm going to go this way because I saw something this way. I think. Yeah, they're there. Oh, smashed my car up. See, there's pedestrians there as well, walking along the edge of the road. You can see where the whole Grand Theft Auto came from. You can see how they were using this as a template for their game. Okay, it's not top down, but I tell you what, it doesn't have to work well. Roadworks as well. This next one, there's somebody around here that I need to kill. Not going to be killing them as policemen, obviously. I'm arresting them with lethal force. At least I didn't kill him. Map. Straight in front of me. Go. Right in front of me. There should be somebody here. Come on, where are you? I bet he's taking the side road. They do this. No, he's still in front of me. Go, go, go. Full tilt. We'll see if we can catch up with this car. I don't know which car this is. We'll see if we can catch up with it. Oh, it's a hit. It's the armoured car. It's red. I think we have to bash it until it stops. Keep shooting it. There we go. Submits. So that's our first criminal off the road. There we go. First criminal off the road. We've done good there. There's some penalty points, but we did good. We've got our first criminal. Right. Let's have a little look around the map. Look at this though. Look at the size of this map. Remember, this is an 8-bit game. I need to turn around completely, or I can probably keep on going through the map to the other side. I think. So, an 8-bit game with a. Oh, hang on. Was that a hit car? Gonna shoot the hit car. Love this. There we go. Boom. Got him, but died at the same time. Damn. I think I'll have gone through. I think it loops through onto the other side. I quite like it when it does that kind of thing. There was, I think it was Test Drive 3, which was the first. I think the first one to go properly 3D, that allowed you to loop around on a particular highway. It just went in a circle. It just looped, and it meant you could just go full tilt down this highway, and it just went round, round, round in sort of circular motion because it went from one side to the other map to the other. So, exit road. Is this going to put me through here, or is it not going to put me through here onto the other side? I don't know. Let's have a little look. Does it just make me exit now? That's it. Yeah, I've gone off the map. So it actually doesn't loop round. Oh. Which is not a bad thing. That's actually more accurate than looping. So basically I'm going back down this way to find this next criminal. And I think if you cleared all the criminals, basically just died again. I can't remember if it did anything else. I don't think there was anything more exciting than that. But there was something about, though, buzzing along the road in your Lotus Esprit at high speed, taking corners at huge speeds as well when you're whizzing along the road, like this, like that, skidding round it, avoiding pedestrians and all the other bits and pieces. Just absolutely brilliant game. This should be on every Spectrum owner's sort of list. Did it come out on anything else? Did it come out on the? I think it did. I think it came out on the Commodore, and I think it came out on the what was it? The Amstrad CPC as well. I don't think it came out on the BBC. I just don't feel it would have done. But I think it came out on all of those. And I don't know what it was like on them. It was one of the things that I tried. Ah, damn! I just killed the pedestrian there. But I did all right actually. Did all right score-wise. There we go. It's so much fun. And obviously a penalty comes off your final score. So I guess you could have a minus number if you were really naughty on it. But that's really good. I really like that. I think, though, once you chose the city, that's it, you were stuck with that particular city. That was the easier of the cities, I believe. The other ones had more one-way systems and other things. That'll teach me not to get a coffee. Anyway, I can hear the kettle going, though. Somebody's going to bring me a coffee in a minute. That'll be nice. Right, okay. Well, we're quite a way through this tape, but we're still going. We're still going strong. This is one of them proper compilations. Oh. And that's the end of the thing. Okay. No. No, there's nothing there. Right, okay, keep on going. Oh. That went straight into data there. I don't think there's anything there. Let's go. Oh. Brace yourself. Oh. No, this is going to be the one that isn't going to work, isn't it? Well, there's another try. We'll see if we get a title out of it. No. No. Not going to go. Right, okay, we're going to fast forward on. There's another bit there. Another one here. Another one here. Could be the end of another tape. It sounded like it went straight into some of the data, so this could be another clear one. No, that's... Right, okay, that's fine. That's loading something there. Shame we didn't get an inlay with this because we don't know exactly what's on here, but we're going for it. Thank you for sticking with me. We're still going. We haven't even got the side 2. If this is a 3-hour video, it's going to be unbelievable. If it is a 3-hour video, I hope you've got something to eat. What's that app that you can use nowadays? There's an app, isn't there, that you can do to order some order food online. There's lots of apps that you can order food online. Oh, I'm stupidly saying that. You know, what's it called? Just Eat or something like that. That was a free plug, wasn't it? Okay, so no, that's another bit of data that we can't use. The old Seek data. Alright, okay, we're fast forwarding. We're going for it. There we go. Right, okay. We've got lots of data here. Shame we're not getting anything out of it. I'll see if there's something comes. Oh, here we go. Oh, graphics! Never heard of it. Background noise on that is absolutely horrible. I can only assume that it was recorded with that background noise in there. Unless it's somebody's just graphics. Or is it a program called Graphics? Icon in the centre, I think. I think that's what we've got. Oh, I've been supplied with a coffee. We're all good. We are safe. I hope you're getting supplied with a coffee. By Terry Wiley. Graphics. Maybe a graphics program. Yeah, maybe it's been recorded with that horrible noise in the back of it. What a tape this is! It's a monster. I almost feared this one, especially as I said, I was not feeling the absolute best today because I just lack of sleep with some idiotic whatever else. Woke up early as well for a Sunday, and I like to get up and start, recording, feeding children, maybe watch a little bit of telly and play a couple of games before I start, doing sort of recordings later in the afternoon, and it's just one of those things. But I just this morning, 9 o'clock, I thought I'd better roll out of bed. It's time to get up and do some work. So this must be an art package, I'm assuming. I'm going to go with. Should we draw something useful? I know what we'll draw. I've got an idea. Just hold on. It's a good idea. I'm quite looking forward to drawing something, actually. There's a nice program. What's it called now? There's a nice modern day art package. I think it's called. I want to say heavy metal, but I think it's metal art or something like that. And basically allows you to draw in the same formats as the sort of the games of the computers of the day. So you can draw as an Amstrad CPC, Commodore 64, Spectrum, and it even does the colour clash, so you can do it. And when you finish, this is the beauty of it, modern day thing, you can actually save it as a tape format that you can load on the system of your choice. Amazing. Absolutely brilliant. I did one for Christmas with Jet Set Willie with a Christmas hat on and a Christmas tree. I thought it was really kind of cool. I rather enjoyed that. Making that was quite fun. Nice with a mouse and a keyboard, I think. Rather than moving it around. I had back in the day as well. It was Datatel. Was it Datatel? I can't remember the name of them now. Datatel. I think it was Datatel. And I had a light pen where you had to touch the screen and whatever else it is. Absolutely rubbish. I'm sure it cost as well like 40 quid, which is a lot of money back then. And you plugged it into the back of his ZX Spectrum with 48K, you loaded the software, and then basically you could touch the screen and it would draw lines between wherever you touched on the screen, you know, so it was like art on the screen. Just awful. Just never did anything. You'd touch the screen, it'd like shoot off to the left or right. It just never really worked. It won't work, of course, with modern TVs because it's something to do with the light that comes off it. I can't remember. I'm not sure actually entirely how those things work because you got light guns as well, and I always feel it's really disappointment because I used to like playing those on my PlayStation 1. I had a number of light gun games. I really quite enjoyed them with that proper Namco gun. I think that had a kick, didn't it, as well? I believe that had a little kick, so you know when you shot it had like a kick, and I can't remember the name of that game that was on it. Oh, it was like an arcade shooty type thing. It wasn't you know you had I think it was Time Splitters and a few other things like that. There was quite a lot of games that came out that were light gun, and they were really good. Right, I have no idea, so I'm gonna should we try joystick and see whether it works with the joystick that I've got? Oh, it has not worked with the joystick I've got. And it is now crashed out. See if we can run it again. Oh no, there's a stop statement. Oh, it's broken. Oh, I'm quite disappointed. We've loaded the code. Stop. Let's run 222. Ah, okay. K for keyboard. Oh, there's a stop. What? Hang on. That line's got a stop statement at the end of it. Part 2. Let's. Can I edit that line? Oh, hang on. Now we're going to edit. Can I go? Yeah, I'm going to go down to line that because you see it says stop at the end of it. Right. I'm going to edit that line 222 and take that stop command out of it because it's obviously running it. Edit. I didn't realise we were going to get into computer programming today. Enter. Let's run that line now. Run. K for keyboard. Oh, it still ends. Oh, I can't even play this graphics thing. It doesn't work. Oh, I'm a bit gutted actually. I was looking forward to it. You can see around the edges there's all the patterns, zoom in, zoom out. So it just looks like black and white though. It doesn't. Where's the colour? Oh, there's a colour palette down there by the magnify. Oh, I'm a bit upset by that. Do you know what I was going to draw? I was going to draw a picture of Dizzy, just in honour of my friend David. He loves Dizzy. I was going to draw him a lovely picture of Dizzy, possibly giving him a hug. You can imagine it now, can't you? There's Dave, and there's Dizzy, just with his arm wrapped around him, you know, giving him a little peck on the cheek. But anyway, it's not going to happen now, so we're never going to see my perfect artwork and whatever else it is. We'll just give that a reset then, and we'll go from there. Oh, I'm really disappointed by that. I was looking forward to that. Oh. Let's see what's on the rest of the tape. We've got loads to go. Well, actually, we don't. We're almost to the end of this tape. Almost to the end of the tape. First side. An hour and 20 plus minutes. Thank you, people, for sticking with me. We've still got Kamikaze Bear, or as I like to call him, Banzai, because that's his nickname. It is now, anyway. We've still got Kamikaze Bear and the exclusive demo. I can't remember what that was. Do we remember what that was? Oh, Bad's Tale. That was right. Bad's Tale. Loved that. Totally addicted to that on the Spectrum. And we've also got that other one with the W.H. Smith's tape, which I'm going to rewind now. Now that I've remembered. Oh, hang on. There's still something on the tape. I can't believe it. Mixed. Oh, we are so loading that. We are so loading that. Come on. Loading code. Extending more code. We are so loading that. Get in. Just when I thought it was all over, we found this. We got something else. Amazing. It's not even Christmas and you're getting all of this action. Happy after Halloween then. Halloween? Days after Halloween. Guy Fawkes Day? I can't really think of a good one. Is it Thanksgiving coming? It's not really Thanksgiving though, there's no turkeys involved. Right, okay, what can we do with this? List. Oh no! What was that randomised user thing? Ah! Let's try and poke that memory location. So T is randomise. USR is. Oh, you're gonna make me look now, aren't you? I'm looking. I've still got the Spectrum one there. All right, okay. Extended mode. I think it's symbol shift and L. Nope. No, it's just extended mode and L, and this is the number that was in that last one. Oh god, 1, 2, 3, like that. Nonsense in basic. Oh right, okay. Oh, it's one of those ones. You know what I mean? When I don't know what it is. I wish I did, and I'd really like to get into it. Oh, that's rubbish. Maybe I missed a number out. Maybe try it again. We'll try it again. So, try that again. So, T, extended mode, L. Maybe I missed a number out of that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inch outer range. Right. Okay. Oh. I don't even know how to poke it to work it. That's a shame. Oh. Gutted. Right, okay, let's do a new then. Let's do a load. My coffee's here, so we're alright. Oh, gutted. Mixed, it was called. Oh, it's there again. I think they're just data. I think they're just data for something. Let's try. I'm just listening to the sound of it. It could be a screen loading. Oh, do you know something? The problem with that is that I can almost smell a loading part. Right, I can almost smell a loading part. I'm just terrible, aren't I? I can almost smell it. I can smell it. I can feel it in my bones that we're gonna. I feel. Do a Ghostbusters line for you. Should I? Listen, can you smell that? I can feel something here. It wants to be loaded. Whatever it is, it wants to be loaded. We did get lucky like this once with a Frenzy game. Oh god. Last year sometime, maybe it was. There was a game called Frenzy, and I managed to load it by just doing the load code, and it just loaded and it came on, and we got really, really, really lucky. So I'm kinda hoping we get lucky with this, because I always like it when we get things like this. It's a strange one, but I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, okay. I'm just push load again. I'm not even going to try poking that memory location. I'll see if there's anything else here. And another mixed. MMX ED. This is weird. I think let's do. I don't know if we're getting any closer to loading it here or not, but I'm quite interested at this point. MMX mixed. I wonder what it was. Because we obviously missed the header out of it. It wasn't working at the beginning of this. A lot of data going into it. Oh! There was a definite break there, by the way, in the tape. I definitely heard that. Let's have a little... see if there's anything left on this tape. There is very little left to go. Oh, yep, there is. Hang on. Load. There's nothing, though, that's given us a clue to what that could have been. No, it's just lots of bits of this memory thing going on. Ticket! Ah, right, okay, so we're on to something else. Right, so we never know what the mixed was, unfortunately. Ah, but this is somebody's program. Run. Showing a middle school. Alright, enjoy the show. Ventnor Middle School. Where's Ventnor Middle School? Where's that? I wonder where that is. We're gonna Google it now. We're gonna Google it. Enjoy the show. Adults paid, curtains up. Oh right, so they've got like they were having something on. Let's have a little look and see whether we can find out where Ventnor Middle School. Ventnor Little School. That can't be right. Ventnor Middle School, right? According to this, oh, could be Isle of Wight. That could be right, actually, because that was where I think I got a batch of these tapes from. That's probably it. It's a secondary school now. It's in the Isle of Wight. There you go. History coming out here. Because it can't be where the other one is, because the other one is in New Jersey. So it's probably not that one. It's definitely going to be that. It's definitely going to be the one in the Isle of Wight, I would say. So they were obviously doing a program for sort of curtain closing and all that kind of stuff. That's kind of cool. Another thing from somebody. You know what I forgot to look at there? I forgot to just look to see whether or not there was any more data with that. That's right at the end of this tape as well. It's amazing. Okay, here we go. Right at the end of the tape. Oh, they're refining the program now. It's a little bit more refined. Let's run this. Adults £1, children 50p. That's cool. Let's have a little look at the. Let's look at the list of the code. See if we get any more details out of it. No, it's just it's quite literally lines being printed on the screen. That's it. 10 lines printing things to the screen. Fair enough. That's fine. Let's do new and let's load again. I'll see if we can get any more. See if they get beyond that in their programming. We are getting more. We're putting into somebody else's. Oh, Bites Ticket 2. Oh. Load code. Break. Somebody was starting to get in more advanced. I don't know whether it'll load though. This is the thing. Somebody put it in the comments below, because I know some people do this. A good old sort of a proper programmers, not like me, you know. I sort of stopped doing that after sort of university, and I think the last programming language I spent any time looking at was Cobalt. So that tells you how old I am. But there's usually a way to run these things by poking a particular memory location. This is why I was trying to do that randomize USR, which is a location, I think, and you kind of wake it up. I think. I'm gonna get it completely wrong here, aren't I? Tickets 2. Maybe it's a screenshot. It could be a screenshot. It's a screenshot. Or maybe not. Run. Nothing there. Right, should we try doing what I was just doing before? So T L. Let's try randomizing that user there. I think that's the address. No. Nope, not getting any closer here, I'm afraid. Sorry about this. Well, no, I'm not sorry, because we're enjoying it. Or I'm enjoying it. If you're not enjoying it, well, you can always stop the video, can't you? And skip it to the next bit. Skip to the next exciting game within the whole thing. Let's see where we're at. lost my mouse. Oh, we're back to bytes again. Right, I'm gonna keep letting that run, I think, and see if we get anything else in here. Because I didn't look like a screen loading before, so I'm gonna just leave it there and let it see what goes on. Can't believe it's right at the end of the tape, though. It's hard to actually comprehend that this is like the dying dregs of tape space. Why would you put it at the... Unless the whole tape originally was full of programs. It could have been. It's very possible that it was absolutely full of programs. Right, let's see what else we've got here. I think that was another ticket too, by the way. Oh, I'd love to know how you load those. Bytes Joker. Oh, look at this. Somebody's got into machine code and I can't get at it. Load. Symbol shift code. Oh no! I feel bad now because I know that for a fact that somebody told me how to do this in the comments and I didn't take much notice. It was terrible. Oh, it's not loading anyway. Let's see what else there is. That's not loading anyway at this point. Doesn't sound good though. Got a lot of background noise on it. Nice solid signal though. Okay, dying dregs of the tape. Dying dregs of the tape. Is there anything there? We're all silent for a change. Which probably means we've finally found the end of it. Wow. Wow. Unbelievable. Nothing else there, I'm afraid. Definitely not. I was listening to it there. Right. Okay. Are you ready? I'm wondering now whether or not to split this into a two-parter, because it's a monster. It is an absolute monster of a tape at this point. I've got another whole side to go at 45 minutes worth. It's a big one. I don't know whether to split this. To hell with it. You're here. Pause it. Watch it later. This is gonna, eating into our lives. Oh, here we go. Sigh. There we go. And we're away with the second side of the tape. 1 hour and 30 plus minutes. Brilliant. I'm delighted I got a cup of coffee in between though. Okay, what delight is this going to be? I would love some more programs. It would be lovely if there was a few more programs on here, sort of, just to delight us with. Bit of top 40 possibly from the day. Maybe a bit of Ghosts from the Past. We love those ones. We love Ghosts from the Past. Microsoft, Microsoft again. Psy Combat. Oh right, Psy. They're a dagger, I believe, of sorts. So we've got Psy Combat. I've never heard of this one either. It's a totally new one for me. We got by David T. Clark, written by Microsoft. Yeah, game I've never played. Psy Combat. The only person I can think of using is, because I'm assuming it's Psy. The only thing I can think of is when you think of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Raphael's preferred weapon is the Psy. Those are what he carries. That's his weapon. Do like the fact that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is originally was ninja and they changed to mutant for the telly. Teenage Mutant. No, sorry, Hero Turtles. Sorry. Yeah, Hero Turtles. They changed it specifically to the television because the television. I don't know. Could they not handle the word ninja? It was like ninja, like a taboo word. Were ninjas seen as bad rather than heroes? I mean, seriously, the whole concept is quite crazy, but it's brilliant. Was it a role-playing game or comic book first? I think it was a comic book first, and became a role-playing game, and that was all brilliant because you could do it based on sort of roles and mutagen and all this kind of stuff. And the more you became the animal, the better your abilities, but the less human you were, and all this kind of stuff. And everybody did the usual one, which was convert themselves into a Wolverine, which of course they're small creatures, vicious in temperament, but small creatures. They don't. So you had to mutate your size upwards an awful lot to make you more sort of, I don't know, human-like or bipedal, if that makes sense. You know, so you're walking on two legs and all this kind of stuff. There's a lot of things you had to do with it. I remember playing it, and I don't remember what characters I actually created. I do have the book somewhere. We used to play that in a game called Recon, which is also very good, which is last dregs of the Vietnam War, or whatever part of you did it. So the old Games Master thing. It's all done in, and the thing about role-playing games, if you've ever played them, they're good fun. There's a lot of fun to be had, simply because you're drawing something into the world and creating something different rather than the usual. And I always thought they were quite good that way. I always liked a good role-playing game. I did most of the time I played as the games master, or the sort of the dungeon master, the guy who gave everybody the rules and regulations about what you were doing in particular things. And I often bent the rules. That's the best part about being the games master. You could bend the rules certain points in time. I remember one particular scenario I set up. It should have been a simple scenario, but a series of bad rolls left the entire sort of group of people I was with lying in a ditch bleeding to death. So I offered opportunities to even the odds a little bit and not necessarily kill off their characters completely. And it was quite good. They got, we didn't let them level up. I didn't let them level up too much after that, but it did give them the opportunity to survive a little bit longer with those characters that they've been building on and whatever else. Oh, cool! That looks really good, doesn't it? Why has he got the blindfolded as well? I wonder if... Oh, it's a bit like... Oh, I like the look of this. Player 1. One player. Keyboard. Kempston. Keyboard, Kempston. You can only be keyboard. Right, okay. Enter. I'm hoping the keys are in sensible locations, but we'll see. That's me ducking. Ugh. I'm looking for the keys. Can't choose the right joystick there. Can't choose Sinclair, which is the one I was hoping to choose. That's flying kick. They're not. Okay. I want to hit him. Poke him in the tummy. Try to find the keys, but they're quite hard to find. There's clearly quite a few, because that's 3 different keys for those ones. There's another key. I'm trying to find some more keys. Oh, that was quick. I think I've just let the computer take over. That looks really good. I just shame I didn't have Kempston joysticking, because I quite like the look of that one. That looks really... The graphics are really nice. It reminds me a little bit of a Way of Exploding Fists, and that's usually the one you find on these tapes. You don't normally find something different, but that looks quite good. So I must be wrong with this. It's not. It mustn't be a Sai. It must be a Sei combats, because that looks like a stick to me, to be honest with you, or some sort of pole. I like the look of that. That's really good, that, actually. That's what I'll have to look out for. That was, that's Sei Combat? Sei, I think I'll go Sei Combat, actually. Really nice. I like the graphics look nice, actually. They do. Somebody went a real effort there. I like that. I would quite enjoy that. I just can't find the keys. I'm just trying the buttons again. Got the old white belt. I mean, it's very much there's some. I'm missing the gut buttons. I could do with the joystick plugged in or something similar. Cause that honestly that looks really good. So that's that. Yes, say combat. Very nice. Mirrorsoft, 1986. Interesting one. Right. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Wow. Really enjoyed that. Would have been nice if it actually it would have been able to play it, but not without the keys that were there. No. I didn't like that. It went blue. Try that again. This is where we had an R-tape error on the other side, roundabouts. Did you hear that? Right, I don't think that was going to go. No, that's making some really weird noises there. No, that's making some really nice noises. I don't think we're going to get away with that one. Do it. Let's see what we got here. That's a loading screen. Nah, there's a lot of R-tape errors there. Let's carry on. Let's give it Oh, that's code. I wonder if we can get it. I wonder if we can get away with doing the load code and see if we can get into it. We'll see if we can. Let's just give it a go because we've passed the loading screen. I think we past the loading screen. I think I fast forwarded it around it a little bit. See if we can get into that because I've done this before. We've managed to get past just by doing the load code part of it, so we might be able to actually do this. There we go. Here we go. Making a better noise this time around because it's been going after the date before. So we'll give this a try. We'll see whether we can get there. No guarantees, but it's worth a little, few seconds of our time. We're here anyway. You're here. I'm here. Spectrum's here. Tapes in the drive. We're all good to go. Okay, quite a long load. It's going for it. It's definitely going for it. I say, I hope you're taking a break. Got yourself a juice or a cup of coffee or a bottle of beer, whatever takes your fancy. Red wine? Don't know. Oh, we're getting it. We've been lucky before with these things. These things have. I jinxed it, didn't I? I absolutely jinxed it. Right. Okay. We're gonna go on. You've been here a while. Let's keep going on. Let's see what we get to. We can't identify it. We're not trying to load it. It was long, whatever it was. Wow. Whatever it was, it's very big. It's still going now. Probably an epic adventure that nobody's ever played before. Full on missing in action. Here we go. There's our terrible sound of space. The white noise is awful in there. Okay. Quiet so far. Well, I say it's quiet, it's making terrible buzzing noise. Very quiet. Too quiet. Can't be empty at this point. After all that. There we go. There we go. It was just there, I heard it. Yes! Match of the day! Oh, this was definitely an Imagine game. I remember this. Was this good? I can't remember. This is a football game anyway, if I remember rightly. I don't remember if it was good or bad, to be honest with you. I just remember there was quite a lot of football games at the time. I played a few of them. It was Kevin Tom's version of the Football Manager that I quite liked, actually, to be honest with you. I think that's probably why I quite like Championship Manager later in life. Not the modern ones. That's just like I say that like I'm liking current ones. No, I'm not liking the current ones. I don't play them at all. I play Championship Manager 93. Which is brilliant. I really like that Denmark one as well. So I'm even better because it's even like back in time. That I think Denmark then sold it to SI Games or Psy Games. Oh, that wasn't a good start, was it? I'll try that again. This tape's not very good. Let's give it a try. I'm going to give full reset on the old Spectrum now. Give it a few seconds there. Might try it with the loader, because it might be all new enough that it works with the loader. Match day. Might not be the version I'm thinking of, actually. I thought this was possibly the Imagine version, but it doesn't look like it may be. Maybe a different version, this. There'll be plenty of match days out there, though. I thought that's crashed again. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. 1 elephant, 2 elephant, 3 elephant, 4 elephant, 5 elephant, 6 elephant, 7 elephant. Pushing it off for a little while. Give it a full reset. Right, so I didn't like the 128K. Let's give this a go. Let's give that a go. I'm just having a quick look. Ocean Software Match Day. Yeah, we found it anyway, just in case. $1985. I thought it was Imagine. I get the two of them confused. From my point of view, though, that we spent a lot of time. There was those two companies. They were kind of the big names, if that was the case back in the day, and they kind of dominated the markets. I think, didn't they? Did they? I guess they did. John Ripman and Chris Clark. See, two people, and then John's obviously done the graphics, and Chris Clark has done whatever else it is. It's cool. I don't even know what teams they'd be, actually. Liverpool, maybe? Wolverhampton? Possibly? Wolves? Don't know. Could be either. Could be any. Yeah. But those two were the big ones for me, Ocean and Imagine. They were the kind of ones those are the names that I most remember anyway, certainly. And I remember them probably for the wrong reasons. I remember for not always. The thing is, I don't think I collected many of the games. The games were kind of like, they could be so realistically. That was the problem. I think some of them were great and some of them were awful. I still think that Green Beret from Imagine is one of the greatest games ever on the Spectrum, and without a doubt, it is an absolute classic. Even though I'm rubbish at it, and I still am. I can't believe it. I've played it loads over time, and I'm still rubbish at Green Beret. I would think by now I would have actually improved slightly, but I haven't. I still find I struggled to finish the first level. I know people who can actually walk through it and then do the whole loop, because it just goes round again. All of the people get picked up, and all of the captives get captured again, and you have to rescue all 5 of them again. It's just weird. But that was the nature of games then. It was all about high scores, wasn't it? It wasn't about finishing the game. It was about getting the highest score and just keeping them going and blah 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 blah. But yeah, it just yeah, they were kind of hit and missy for me. I don't. I mean, some of the early Ocean stuff, it's all right, but it's not brilliant. And they're just it's the same with the Imagine stuff. Some of it's all right. It's not brilliant. I mean, they were the big names, and I think I skipped most of their big name brands. I don't think I bought very many of them. I do remember being very excited about Green Beret, though. However, that was a game beyond my wildest dreams at the time, and I remember getting it and just being delighted with that, double dual case. I think my Rally was another good one as well. I'd like to thank Daryl for that, by the way. Thanks, Daryl. Thumbs up, pal. That was great. Yeah, he sent me a copy recently because mine didn't work. Ah, damn it! No! Annoying. Yeah, the data's funny there. There's a gap. I'm just listening to that there. There's a massive gap in the data. So I'm going to fast forward that on a little bit until we find the right playoff. Right, we're gonna load match day regardless. I'm doing it. We're here. We're still playing. We're still doing tapes. We're still doing the first tape, and we're still going for it. So let's just go for it, right? Let's get this tape in here. Let's press that play button. Let's play this. There's a re-released version of it. So I assume from a different from a different time. So I'm gonna put that on now. There we go. Right. So, and we'll try and get the other tape to the next place using the other tape player to wherever it was. If we're in it, you're in it. So we're definitely in it to win it today. We are going for it. There we are. I've made it to the next location for the next tape. So as I say, we're playing it. We're playing it all. We're going for it. We're a good third of the way through the tape, though, you'll be pleased to know. Oh, it's like watching the Avengers, isn't it? 3-hour epic. You just wonder when you need to take a pee break. Now. Cheers. What was the Avengers? Was it 3 hours and a bit, something like that? I suspect we might be able to beat that record at this point in time. Maybe not. We'll see. The runtime is getting on a bit now already. I think this is by far the longest one I've done. And as I said to you before at the beginning, I was kind of surprised. I was kind of dreading it working, or working enough that we could work out what was on it. But hey, that's the nature of the beast. This is what's on the tape. This is cutting edge television. This is the TV equivalent of, like, I don't know, an action movie. This is what you'd get if you got, Bruce Willis, Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger together in their heyday, in the most explosive movie, combined with the worst villains in history. Like that guy who fell out of the Nakatomi Plaza. I can't remember his name. Hans Gruber, wasn't it? Don't even remember who the actor was. But imagine it was genuinely. Was it? No. Oh, now I'm gonna feel bad because did he? He didn't pass away, did he? He might have done. Anyway, but him, right, like the worst villains ever, and the best action heroes from the 80s, all together, you probably have to have a bit of Steven Seagal in there, I'm afraid. I know he's not the best of actors, but he can have kick-ass. So we might have to have a little bit of that and avoid the bit of talking. We'll get Steven Seagal in there as well. He might have to... Oh, can we kill him early, though? I'm not sure you can kill Steven Seagal early, though, because he's kind of like a badass for real in the real world. Well, it's a bit worrying, that, actually. I'm a bit concerned now. I don't know if the casting of Steven Seagal in the action movie of What's on the Tape is actually going to be a good idea. Not. Yeah. I mean, if you're talking about modern day, we might get a Vin Diesel in here as well. I'd like a bit of that. But anyway, so yeah, you get all those action heroes. You might have The Rock as well. Maybe The Rock could play me. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, but we, if that's what What's on Tape is. It's just like the 80s action movie. It's. I've got it. I've got the movie. I've got the movie analogy. Here's the movie analogy. It's like Con Air. All right, you've got Nicolas Cage and like every other actor under the sun. It's kind of like the Con Air of YouTube programs. I wish. I just wish. Oh. All right, okay, stop. We got football. We have no music thus far. I'm going to push a key on the keyboard and see if anything happens. Yeah, that's cool. We got action. I can't hear any action, but we got action. We got the names of the guys involved. That's what we like. Oh, and we've got the details. 1-player game. Change the teams. No, we're just going to press the symbol shift to start because that's what the key is. Oh no, symbol shift to space is by. Enter to select. Swap controls. Yes. What we got? Swap controls. Oh, Q8 P and N for kick. I'll do that. That sounds good. Kick off. Oh yeah. That's a clever technique there of zooming in on the graphics. You don't see that very often. We're getting the whole... Was that old match day music, wasn't it? Do you remember that grandstand on the when it used to be on the? Is it still called grandstand? It used to be on a Saturday and usually a Sunday as well. You know, my dad didn't do football, but and things like that. But my grandfather did. When we used to go around my grandfather's house, you know, you could watch it. And you'd be like set and ready to go and all this kind of stuff. And then like you go into the room and like 10 minutes later, he'd be absolutely zonked out on the sofa. That's how I remember about football. So I don't know which one I am. I'm the one that's marching around up and down, looking like that. They've got pretty good beer guts, haven't they? Is that my keeper diving? Has that goal gone in? No. That's me with the ball now. Right, so I'm going to welt it up the field to my guy there. I've got it. Oh, he's coming. I'm kind of controlling two at the same time, it looks like, at the within an area. It looks like you get some control over like two at once. I'm going to get... Oh, is that at the back of the net? No. Right. Have I got the ball? Oh, he's throwing it in. It's not bad, actually. My keeper's just going mental because I'm pushing the button to fire. Alright. There we go. Chasing my own ball. Come on, dude. It's not bad, actually. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's my throw in. There we go. Can't do sliding tackles though. I was hoping to be able to do a sliding tackle there. I'm a sensible soccer man though. That's my favourite sort of sensible soccer bit. So you know, I really love sensible soccer. I love that top-down view that you get, and the fact that you can put the most amazing aftertouch onto the ball, so that you can like curl it in from like to like a 45-degree angle. It's just amazing. Oh, he scored! Has he? No. Was that a goal? How much time's left on that clock? Is that 14 minutes? Seriously? Can't be 14 minutes. That's bloody ages. I'm not going to be playing it that long. I'd like to see a goal go in though. I'll take a goal from any side. Oh, he's got the ball. It's actually not too bad, actually. It's quite playable, really. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Oh, is that in? Oh, it's a big kick. There we go. I remember playing the what was it? It must have been days when EA was good. I remember playing the first sort of FIFA on first not the first FIFA as in FIFA's, but the first sort of three-dimensional one with the whole sort of commentary and all that kind of stuff. With players in three-dimensional, I thought that was really quite good. I also liked the FIFA on the Mega Drive. They were quite good as well. They were one of my more. Was that not? God, I can't work out whether these going in sometimes. Oh. That's definitely a goal. Yeah, they scored. And with a goal, I'm going to let that go because I can't be bothered with any more of it. That's more than enough of that, I think. So, but yeah, that's That's Match Day. Not too bad actually. Yeah, but FIFA. I remember that the first time the sound effects were there. It's just amazing. I was blown away by the fact that you had the whole commentary going on and the 3-dimensional stuff, and it was good. It was good at the time, but I've kind of gone off the whole thing because they've got that ultimate teams and things like that, and it's just not. It's not as fun as it used to be. Nomad. Oh, we know Nomad. We've played Nomad before. This is another ocean game. This is one where you play as a robot, and I'm not entirely sure what you're doing actually. They've got quite nice graphic actually. I do remember the loading screen being really good. You're hunting down bounties. That's it. You're like a bounty hunting robot of some sort. That sounds terrible. It's amazing. This actually these you get anywhere near these running. To be honest with you. Or I think it's amazing that you get anywhere near these running. I'm wondering what we're going to find at the end of this tape, the very end of this tape. I think we're going to find out we're going to find some more hidden what's-its at the end of it, possibly. I can't believe I've still got 2 other tapes sitting here, to be honest with you. I really can't. You know, my friend Kamikaze Bear, or Banzai to me, because I'm his friend, personal mate. Banzai Bear and that exclusive demo of sort of, because it's called Bear Go. I don't know what that is. But I can't quite believe that we've still got 2 other tapes. I'm not cutting it short. I'm thinking about it, but do you know something? I'm not. I said at the beginning this is what we're doing, and this is what we're doing. I just never expected this tape to be absolutely chocker with stuff. We've covered everything. This is the epic episode. This is the episode, as I say, action movie equivalent of. It's maybe more Die Hard, maybe. Don't know. Love movies, love action movies from the 80s. It's just one of those things, just absolutely, you know, they're you can't beat a bit of action movie from the 80s. And there's also, and do you remember that? Do you remember that? Oh, I've maybe said this before, but the year that Die Hard 2, Die Harder, it was called. That literally was what it was called. That was the tagline. And RoboCop 2 came out. That was the year that they were getting the movie industry were clamping down on sort of TV movie violence kind of thing. That was the year, and those 2 movies got absolutely slated for their death count. You know, Die Hard winning it because they crashed planes by about 257 people. I remember the number. Sticks in my mind. They're probably completely the wrong number, but the number sticks in my mind anyway. And they basically they killed so many people that it was you know, and then it was like, oh, this isn't very good. And I'm sure something probably happened the year that came out that was probably the reason. And you know, gun violence wasn't seen as well. And that's the thing. It's a lot of gunplay in these kind of movies, and that the kind of time. And it's ridiculous gunplay. It's kind of hiding behind little wooden things, and bullets get stopped by it. Well, to be fair, bullets go through thin wooden doors and things like that. They just go through the other side. You know, coming out. It's sort of, you know, I can't remember, 600, 700 miles per hour, maybe even more. They're not going to be stopped by a wooden door. They're even not going to be stopped by a metal door for the most part. They're really not. I'm just going to leave that for a second. No, that is definitely... Nomad has definitely crashed. That's a bit disappointing because I was looking forward to that one. That's not a bad one. It's Nomad. Let's fire it up. As I say, we're fully committed to this. Yeah, I hope you're committed to it because I'm committed to this. We're fully committed to it. So anyway, right, Nomad. No. There we go, Nomad. There is a shorter re-release. We'll go with the shorter re-release to load. Alright? It seems that everything when they went to Spain got shorter to load. I just don't know. And they still have that kind of cool loading thing. You know, that they've got that kind of thing there that we've seen previously in some of the other videos. And just it's really weird that that's the case. So yeah, Nomad, here we go. We're going for it. We're going the whole hog today, ladies and gentlemen. We are going the whole hog. We are about halfway through the tape, and we have, yeah. Is that a different loading screen as well? Oh, just come up in yellow instead. Hmm. Huh. Yeah, they just seem to improve the speeds once it went to Spain. I don't know why. It's proved the loading and whatever else it is. I guess they must have found better ways of compiling a working version of the whole thing. I guess that's the only way to describe it, really. Anyway. Yeah, action movies of the 80s. It was all kind of, gunplay was a bad thing, but it's all fictional anyway. It's all fictional, silly things, and anybody takes it seriously, well, yeah, go worry about them. They did a review. You'll have seen, not too long ago, there was yet another shooting in a school, and Mr. President Trump decided that to blame video games and didn't explicitly say it, but mental health, both of which were completely wrong. There was a report written a number of years ago. It's probably still available actually, by the British film accreditation people. Can't remember what they're called. It was BBFCC or something like that. Anyway, British accreditation thing, and they wanted to not link, but to see where violence stemmed from in the comparison to. So they put, they had kids playing games and whatever else it is, and kids watching movies where they and they discovered an interesting thing where the children who weren't, or the people who weren't, I say children, it weren't children, people who were given the ride, as in the ride of a movie, going through the process where they had to experience it as a viewer, where they weren't interacting, actually had more violent tendencies than those people who were playing video games. I.e., those playing video games could actively choose to do whatever they wanted to do. So from Grand Theft Auto, you wish to punch somebody in the face, you are actively choosing to it, and because you have that choice and you're not along for the ride, it doesn't make it. It's a stupid thing, but it doesn't make you. Basically, video games don't make you more violent. It doesn't make you more violent because you're actively choosing, so it's a different thing. Right, okay, game design, graphics by Simon Butler. I can hear the music. It's playing the music. Yeah, it's playing the music. Spacebar. Right, interface 3. I don't think I can use any of those, to be honest with those controls. An interface 2 is not... I don't think it's Sinclair. I can try it. This may be a mistake, because I can maybe get stuck. I'm going to go with the keyboard. It's safer, I think, that way. We'll try and guess the keys. That's rotate. That one's rotate. That's rotate. That's forward. That's reverse. Must be forward, one of these. That's back. What's fire? Fire. 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 Must be a fire here somewhere. Looking for the fire key. What was that? That one there. Okay, so 7 fires. 7 fires. Right, okay. So this is our little nomad thing. And we are hunting down bad guys in a sort of puzzle-style maze, because this thing here flips a switch, and that opens something up further up. I think it doesn't shut off the gun, though. Bit of a wild movement. I always found the movement a bit wild. It's like gravity. You kind of hover and you fly across things. And as I say, there should be open that door down there, and you kind of fly it kind of randomly, sort of blast a bit. The cover for this is absolutely phenomenal. It really is. Oh. Right, up we go. That door's open. On we go. Oh, I've crashed into it. Oh, damn. I thought I could actually. I thought for some reason, because it didn't hurt me when I was really close to it, that I'd be okay, but obviously not. Right, okay. Up we go. Through this door. So, as I say, we're hunting down various bounties, I believe. I think we're kind of. Ah! I've not pressing the shoot button here. Not very good. Doing badly. Okay, on we go. We're blasting through here slowly. We've already opened that door. Let's go up here. I think we could shoot that if we hit it at an angle, but not worried. There we go. There's another. There we go. Shooting at that. Let's blast down here. There we go. We've opened that one, so we can go down here now. Ah! Got killed. One life left. We're on our way. Okay. Not doing very well. I thought you could shoot these. Oh, you can. You can. Just have to get the right angle to shoot them. Whoa! Oh, I shot that right through this door. I don't know if this is a level thing or whether it seems to be just going forward, so I think I got no excuse but to go kind of forward. I noticed the wall had written on it there, Nomad Kills. Kind of cool. Quite like that. Yeah, quite a good game. Quite a. I mean, I liked it at the time, and it's just a. It's a tough one. I find the movement a little tough. Anyway, right, okay, on to the next one. We're going for it. We are going for it. It's an epic video. It's a really long one. We're going to go for this next one, see what it is. Let's say more than halfway through the tape now. We are almost. And I've still been going. I'm still talking, alright? Still talking to you. We're almost there. Brace yourselves. Oh. One more try with that. If not, we're moving on. Right, moving on. Not going to mess around too much. You've sat through a lot with me. It's screeching away, whatever it is. Okay, here we go. Here we go, we're up to a space again. We've got Cyber. Cyber what? R-tape error, not good. Let's try it again. We'll give it another whirl. Okay, go for it. Cyber. Oh, it isn't even loading now. Could be a lot of things, Cyber. Alright, Cyber. Alright, okay, let's have a look at this, see if we can get any idea of what it could be. So there's a load code there, and then it does print USR, that number there. Maybe that is the thing that kicks off the program to start. There's another load code there which prints USR, whatever else it is. I don't know. I'm not. Doesn't help. Right, I'm gonna give it one more try. I can't. There'll be a lot of cyber games out there, so I'm not digging around on PlayZX for that. I'm not going to. That's the end of that. Here we go. One more try. could be. I mean, there've been some heavy hitters on here. It could be the Ultimate game. There is an Ultimate game called Cyber something or other. Cyber. Can't remember. You may need to get your brains around it again. I can't remember. There's quite a lot of cybers out there, that's for certain. I can promise you that. There's a lot of them out there. I love the way, though, by the way, if you go over this enough times sometimes with the rewinding, fast forward, rewinding, fast forward, sometimes you get hit lucky and the thing actually, clicks and it goes, yeah, okay, fair enough, I'll load now. He says that and jinxes himself again. I said that last time round and completely jinxed myself as well. It didn't make the normal noise for an Ultimate game. Ultimate does normally has like a do noise when it does the load. There's the pick for it. Do we dare just load the screen and see whether we can do it? If I do, let's see if we can find out what it is. Let's try the screen. Load screen. There's a screen command. Let me have a look at let's have a look at the keyboard again. There's a screen command. I know there is. Where's the screen command? Oh, I can't see it for looking at it. Screen, there it is. Extended mode. Symbol shift. And then we need to press key. Nope. I need to press. I have to hold the shift key down, I think. Delete. Extended mode. Cap shift. Okay. That's it. See what happens now, because that's the screen. Here's the screen. We'll see whether or not we get the screen load. Oh, it's not happening. One more try. One more try on that one. Extended mode. Cap shift K. Enter. Come on. Sounds terrible. You can hear the background noise on it. It's just horrendous. No, it's just not having it. It's not having it. Right, I'm gonna go on. We're gonna go on. We're gonna go on. We're working our way through it now. Let's load it. Let's fast forward this on a bit. We've done well with what we've got. It's probably a 50-50 between having to go to the PlayZX or whether or not we actually get the tape itself. We have had a fair amount of failures. Fast forwarding. Oh wow. I was going to do some other recording this afternoon. I don't think that's going to be on now. For some reason. I'm going to have a little look at possibly some Amstrad things. Right, let's have a look at this. See, this is a program now. There's a gap here. No, that's not. That's just data. That's screaming. Screaming away again. Yeah, I was gonna have a little look at probably some Master System and some Amstrad CPC. Rather enjoy that. I've got back into Fallout 4 actually. I found a copy charity shop for £3. I was like, I'll have that for the Xbox One. I was like, we'll give that a try. Hang on, there was a bit at the beginning of that. There we go. So, yeah, it was crashed out into data that. Spin Dizzy. Spin Dizzy. I know Spin Dizzy. That's cool. Spin Dizzy's a particularly tough game, if I remember rightly. if it's the one I'm thinking of. I'm sure Spin Dizzy is where you play as a little. You're meant to be like a probe thing, but it kind of spins. It's like gyroscopic, and it spins around in an isometric thing. This is one of the few games where you can move where you want, if I remember rightly. Unfortunately, it's got a gravity with it that causes you to kind of just shoot in. Well, once you get some speed up and some velocity, it kind of just keeps going without being able to control it very easily. It's a bit of a it's not the easiest of games to actually play, unfortunately. If it is that one. Yes, it is. However, I'm not sure it's going to load because there's some funny colours in there, unless they were there in the original version of it. Yeah, Electric Dreams version, Spin Dizzy. I think I got this originally on, it came in a multi-tape, where it came with like the Commodore version, the Amstrad version, and the Spectrum version all on the same tape. It may even have there might have been a BBC version, I might be wrong about that, but there might have been a BBC version. Good old Paul Shirley there, and Filled Churchyard. I haven't heard of many churchyards, to be honest with you. Anyway. Right, yes, so you play this little probe droid, I'm sure of it, that the kind of exploring, looking for diamonds. Problem is, if you fall off the platform, you fall off. It's really weird. It's strange, because the games where the isometric was, where you could move outside of that without rotating and blah, 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 they all seem to be some kind of thing where there was some velocity attached to it. The other thing I can think of off the top of my head is Marble Madness, where you kind of went down the hill, and that you could control the ball going down, but there was always a velocity to it, and stopping was often quite difficult. It's really weird that those are the games where this thing ended being applied. That different level that I was thinking of was applied to games where there was velocity and sort of that kind of thing. Sometimes isn't an awful lot of fun. I don't mind a bit of gravity on some things. Some games with gravity are an awful lot of fun, but just that particular one, just really weird. Really weird. Well, fingers crossed that we're going to get a load on this one, even though the screen didn't come up right. The rest of it looks like. I'll say the rest of it. I like it when they chase the borders. I've said this before, but that one's kind of. Well, it's gone back to front, hasn't it? You've got the red and the cyan loading instead of the blue and the yellow. We're getting there. Getting there. I'm going to have a sip of coffee now, even though it's probably ice cold. I think it is ice cold. It was about an hour ago I got it, I'm sure. Lukewarm, but without a skin. That's just beautiful. Yeah, lukewarm without a skin. Just how I like my coffee. It's always the way, isn't it? You leave it too long, you go, I'm still drinking it, If it had been freezing cold with the skin on the top, I'd have still drank it. It's good. It's good. Oh. So, how's it going so far? Are we achieving the level of what's on the tape for you? Is this the what's on the tape? Has this been insanely long? Do you know what? Future. If I get another 90-minute one, we're doing a 2-part special. All right. I know I was umming and ahhing at the hour and a half point, but now I'm flagging a bit. I'm feeling like, wow, we've really put the effort in here, and that just crashed out completely, and that's also making funny noises. Spin Dizzy. We're almost finished the tape. Right, we're doing it. We're doing Spin Dizzy. Hopefully we can find a remake from Spain that is shorter than the one that we just tried to load there. Because I've got to give you a bit of Spin Dizzy. We've got to go for it. So, Spin Dizzy. Let's see, on the old PlayZX. Spin Dizzy, Electric Dreams. That's the one we want. Okay. Play, go. Almost there. The tape itself, we're up to the dregs part, but that was the interesting part last time round. That was the bit where we were at the sort of we had the person's programs. What was the name of that place? Oh, I can't even remember now. Oh, the place that was in the Isle of Wight, not in the Isle, not in New Jersey. Oh, It's only an hour ago. You think I'd remember? We're getting there though. We're making a concerted effort to make our way through it all. We're definitely doing it. We still got the 2 tapes to go. But we're gonna make it. Alright? We're gonna make it. We're all alright. We're survivors. We haven't had to eat the bodies of the dead yet, or anything like that. You know, it's not a plane crash in the Himalayas or anything like that. No, we're okay. We're all going to survive this. We are. We got Spin Dizzy to go. We got Spin Dizzy on the way. I've ordered some more Spectrum games, actually, just out of interest. Some more from my general collection. I'm going to do. It's been suggested to me that I should look at possibly doing sort of like, you know, a kind of what's on the shelf kind of thing. I might do that somehow. I'm not entirely sure how I should do that. Maybe I should do at the end of what's on the tape, possibly the end of the next episode, because that'll be 10, and I'm going to take my 2-week break, because it's take a long time to edit and do whatever else to put together. So I'm going to take a 2-week break. But maybe at the end of that, I might do like, I don't know, a selection of games or something like that. Comment which one you fancy me playing next. Maybe I should do that at the end of all my tapes, you know, the ones where I've got the, you know, I do the normal sort of Spectrum things. Maybe I should do at the end of them, you know, which should I play kind of thing, you know, make a selection at the bottom, just to see a bit of interaction, for you know, in the general jest, so that you guys can see some of my collection and say, yeah, we'd like to see that one next, please, give us a go on that one. We all want to see cassette tape 50 or whatever it is. And every one of them, every single game, we wanted to play them for at least 10-15 minutes each, and that would be absolutely fine by me. You know, 1,000 minutes worth of video. No, but that's the point, you know, something like that. And see, let me know in the comments if you've got this far and you've listened to what I'm saying, you know, whether or not that's actually of interest. You know, we'll go with that plan, possibly. We'll see. We'll see. Right, okay, Spin Dizzy. Nothing to do with the Dizzy. Yeah, nothing to do with him at all. He's not involved in this one. It's a weird name though, Spin Dizzy, but whatever else it is. I don't know. Was there a game called Gyroscope? I feel like there should have been, shouldn't there? Remember those as kids? You don't see them nowadays. You don't see kids playing with gyroscopes actually. They're probably just consigned to the old dining room, you know, consigned to the dining room. What am I talking about? It's consigned to the science room. That's what I meant. I'm thinking about my dining room at the moment. That's running through my mind. But no, consigned to the science room. You know, with those kind of things. I used to have them as kids though. You used to get a bit of thing in it, you know, a bit of string on it or whatever else. And you pull it, so it spun, and then it would sit, and you could balance it on your finger and it would just spin on the spot. Gyroscopic stuff. I think that's the basis of all these drones, isn't it? That gyroscopic sort of thing, isn't it? Or am I completely wrong? It's maybe what balances them, keeps them from falling out the sky, possibly. Don't know. Making it up now. Okay. Spin Dizzy. We haven't had any, to be fair though, we haven't had any more ghosts from the past. I'm quite surprised that these big tapes that we haven't had those ghosts from the past. You know, those people sort of popping up out of nowhere to kind of, I don't know, give us some sort of noises or whatever else. I just like the ones that we had one episode where one person said the name of the program and then recorded their program after it, which was really quite a good idea. So it'd be like, time program, and then you'd load time program on, you know, stopwatch program and all this kind of stuff. So there was kind of some clever stuff there. I quite like that. Right, I'm going to redefine the keys to begin with, because I'm sure they're absolutely no good like they are. To redefine. Q, A, yes, I want to change the keys, yes. Up, down, left, right. And change space. P to pause. M for map. C to change to the view. S to the score. F for freeze. No. Okay, let's press fire to play. So here we are with our little prone droid, and as I say, if I push up, look at him go, just bounces. So we got to get him up and collect these diamonds. I think there's 20 jewels to collect, and I can't even get onto that one without spinning madly. And it also takes into account the sort of the banks, It's just horrible, honestly. It's horrible. It's just so you got to get the right speed, right time. Yeah, see, I can't get. Now it's put me on there, and I've got not getting enough speed to jump the gap. So now I'm kind of trapped, and I'm going mad. Was it F to freeze? Was it F to freeze? Oh, F freezes you on the spot. That is handy. Oh no, it doesn't. It freezes your time. It takes your time away as well. Oh wow. Press exit to go on. I don't know what that is. Oh, that was really terrible because I can't even work out what the key is that I'm going to be pressing to get out of there. Right, okay, so that completely crashed. So there we go. Well, it doesn't crash, but I don't know what key I'm meant to be pressing to get out of it. I'm sure I've just... Speed, F... So annoying. That's really annoying, actually, to be honest with you. I'm brutally honest. That was really annoying that I don't load there. Anyway, yeah, time goes down when you press the F to whatever else. People who like isometrics, yes, it's really tough, this one, though. It's not. It's totally unforgiving. There's only so many rooms, and there's only so many things to do, and only so many gems to find. But it like most games from the 80s, it has one difficulty. Rock hard, and that's the difficulty level of most things. Extremely tough, rock hard, unpleasantly unfun for quite a lot of them. However, I do appreciate that that was very hard to actually define anything else. We got Batman. Which Batman? I don't know. Let's try it again. One more, and then we're going to go straight to the PlayZX. Because I understand you've been very patient. Okay. No. Right, okay. I will zoom through that while we do that. I don't know which Batman this is. You can probably tell from the logo at the top which one it is, but I don't know which one it is. I am going to go with, because of the age of it, I think this is the isometric one that's very well loved. I never played it much. I did play the sort of it's head over heels, but this is one that I don't remember. I didn't play. You had to collect the Batmobile. It kind of, I think it'd been stolen by the Joker. I think that was the general gist of it. Batman, man. I think it's this one. I think it's the '86 release. And there is a third. There are a few releases of it. We will go with the. We won't go with the re-release. We will go with. I actually have it on the Hit Squad, funnily enough. But we're not going to try and load that today because we're not going to tempt fate. We're going to go with this one. This should be the right one. Hopefully, it'll say Batman, 2 spaces. Nope, it says all Batman. There are a lot of Batmans. It's very difficult to choose. There's Batman Cape Crusader, which had 2 sides, which was basically 2 different games. That was really good. That had the, I believe it was the Bob Wakeland cover on it, which Mr. Birdsall's collecting at the moment. And there's basically Batman's one of these. He's such a beloved character. Everybody likes Batman. I like him as the detective more than I like him as the action hero or whatever else it is, punching bad guys. I mean, we don't mind a bit of punching, but it's kind of there is a limit to the amount of punching we would like. I like the where there's a story and whatever else it is, and he's the guy who can catch the serial killer, the mastermind who the police struggle to get hold of just because they're either quite untouchable or it's just one of those things, big cat, bald cartoon character type people, but all good. I'm surprised we haven't got a loading screen yet. Thought I might have had a loading screen by now. Batman was what I was brought up on as a kid as well. Batman and Judge Dredd, and Road Trooper. Those are the ones that I was brought up on, comic books originally. And I still enjoy Batman to this day, but a bit like anything else, I've kind of, with age, I've gone with I don't want to feel comfortable with my Batman, if that makes sense. I don't really want to feel that he's, I want to feel. I don't know. I don't want to feel comfortable with him. I want to feel a Batman that is different, a different type of Batman. I don't want to be completely at home with him. I want him to be edgy. That's the word I'm looking for. Edgy. That's how I feel about my Superman as well. I feel Superman should be edgy in different ways, make him more interesting that way. I mean, the Marvel universe often does the what ifs quite a lot with their characters, and they also reboot them quite regularly. So does DC. To be fair, they do change them on a regular basis. But the DC universe is kind of humans a little in the DC universe, whereas in the Marvel universe they're still defending them. However, to be fair, if you watch the movies recently, you probably would be forgiven to sort of looking for anybody that isn't something, if that makes sense, not something that isn't special or enhanced in some way, and in DC universe is a meta-human, as they call them. You'd be hard pressed to find anybody that isn't one of those within the group in some way. I suppose you get Tony Stark. He isn't enhanced, but he's multi-billionaire with more toys than Batman. I think. That would be a matchup I'd like to see. And the old Iron Man versus that. Both of them being rich men. Don't know. Debatable. I'm surprised we haven't got a loading screen for this, actually. I'm kind of... Maybe they cut that out just to reduce the load time. I don't know. Well, we don't seem to have a loading screen for it. It did say it was Batman at the beginning. This could be a fixed version. This is the Hit Squad version of it, as I say. So, we'll see. Well, that's a complete disaster, because that's actually... has loaded. The tape technically is stopped on the machine, and it hasn't loaded a single thing. So we'll do a reset, and we'll try it again. That's a bit of a disappointment, really. Let's just try this one, I guess. That was kind of disappointing. I was expecting that to load Batman. I mean, I think that the key, that the sort of telling factor there was that we didn't get anything on the screen, did we? When we pushed the load button there, we got nothing at all. Okay, Batman, let's try you again. I can't believe that. I hope this says Batman the right way, though, the way it did before. No, it doesn't. I wonder if there's a Batman. I don't want to stop this now that I've started it, though. That's the thing. I'm just wondering if there's a Batman. That's weird. Anybody else ever seen that? It's Bat Spaceman. Unless it was a cricket game. I mean, there was some sports games on there. Maybe it's Batman like in cricket. Don't know. Now I'm really confused by the whole thing. I don't know what's what. We're definitely going to screen this time round. Here we go. Here's the big fella. Here comes the big man. This one was good as well because of the cartoony graphics in it. You had this kind of cool, loading screen, but to be fair, the graphics within the game were quite cartoony. I quite enjoyed them. They were quite nice. There was quite a nice look to them and a nice feel to them. It was a good game. I mean, that's kind of an old outfit for Batman as well, with sort of the grey and almost the lycra and the boots and all that kind of stuff. That's an old style. This is the Adam West Batman. This is the early Batmans, So, yeah, good stuff. He's another funny character, though, and as I say, he's a bit like... I mean, the Green... no, it's Green Lantern. Green Arrow, he's kind of the similar sort of ilk. They were trying to build on that success at DC, so they created, Green Arrow, and Green Arrow is effectively the same difference, trained on a sort of left on an island, get left, but you know what I mean, he's plane crashed or boat crashed, one of the two anyway, and he sort of learned all his survival skills from that and whatever else is, and also happened to be a very rich man. He was that was basically DC looking to build on the success of Batman and see if they could sell another property, another sort of superhero Man Plus, but with an Arrow instead. So yeah, it was clever stuff. It was good. It was clever, and I mean, but they've got a lot of things like that overlap, and there's a lot of overlap anyway between sort of various characters between the Marvel and DC universe, and for all the are you a Marvel, are you a DC, it doesn't really matter. The same people, they used to live, I don't know if they still have the same offices, but they basically used to go to lunch together, all the designers and the artists and writers and things like that. It's not, I don't even know if the DC and Marvel thing actually had any real bearing on sales, to be honest with you. Do you think that, were you more likely to pick up an Iron Man if you were a Marvel person than were if you were a DC person? I don't think it really mattered. I think you just followed whichever character you liked, but personally, I always follow writers. I think the writers are the way to go. If you want to follow somebody because their writing's good, not because they're necessarily what's there. And even writing with, to be fair, I've never seen very much what I would call. There isn't much what I would call poor artwork out there. Some very good artwork out there. But you would follow it for that reason. I've just realised while I'm doing that I need to fast forward this tape as well, so that we can find the data for the next programme, see if there's anything else on it. We'll give that a fast forward while we're doing this. While I'm chatting away to you about writers and whatever else is. There's some beautiful artists out there now, though, that do some really amazing work. We'll just have a little spin on. Can't be much more data on this tape, to be honest with you. It's getting close to the end. We're almost there. That sounds... That sounds like data at the end, but we'll see. Well, that sounds quite good. My sensei there, very handy thing. Got that in a pack. I got that in a rather large bundle, which actually threw in. I even had a Spectrum in it. All I wanted was the tapes, and it was like 150 tapes. And there was a Spectrum in it as well with a tape thing. And I was like, "What am I going to do with that?" And I almost, and I'm glad I didn't do it. I almost contemplated, because it's a bit grubby, and it's still, and I really need to take it apart and give it some TLC. But it's a bit grubby, but I don't. And I was about to just chuck it out, and I thought, do you know what? I'll keep it because it'll be handy. I'll put some batteries in it, and we'll do that. That's crashed, I think. That's crashed. That's the original version, and that's crashed. We are not having a good time here. Right, we're skipping Batman. You've put up with me long enough that we're skipping Batman. We're on the end, running to the end of this tape, and we are skipping him. Right, Batman, isometric, rather nice graphics. Sorry that we're skipping it, but and nearly 2 hours and 40 odd minutes. I'm seriously regretting not breaking this up, but we're gonna do it. We're battling on. We're animals now. That's just data noises. So that was at the end of that. We're almost there. Here we go. Nightmare. Is this Nightmare Rally? Could be. This could be Nightmare Rally. We are powering through this now. We are powering on. This could be a Bob Wakeling Nightmare Rally. Oh. Delete that. I want to list it. Speed lock protected. It could be. It could be Nightmare Rally. Could be. There's other Nightmare games out there, but it could be Nightmare Rally. Let's give this a rewind. And let's power it through. Let's put that in there. Okay. Almost there. Oh! DJT. What the heck? Whatever that Nightmare thing was, it was incredibly short. This is another thing that's on here. Speed lock. DJT. Anybody know what DJT could be? I don't know what that is. I don't think this is Nightmare Rally. I think this is. It said Nightmare. DJT might just be being corrupted, to be honest with you. Let's give it another. Let's give it another reset, and let's give it another load. That's it. There. This could just be. This just could be. To be fair, it's quite quiet for this part of the tape. DJT. That's just different to what's just come up before. DJT. That's just said the same thing there as well. What's that about? So that Nightmare Rally couldn't have possibly been on there. Can't possibly be there. Mind you, it's saying speed lock again, isn't it? So it's a game that needs a speed lock. Can't be Nightmare Rally. I can't think of any other games though with the name Nightmare. But to be fair, there'll be loads of them. To be fair, this has been an ocean and image filled tape. It has been. So there's a good chance. Just listening to the tape there, it was just not happy. DJT keeps saying that now. I'm just watching it with kind of bated breath. No, it doesn't like it. It doesn't like it. I can't think of anything else, and I don't fancy trying to load a whole bunch of Nightmare things at this point. As I say, we're getting so close to the end now. Nightmare. I'm just doing a quick search for it. Nightmare. This could be Nightmare itself. There's the original Nightmare game, there's a K-Soft game called Nightmare. There's Nightmare Pack. There's Nightmare Park. There's Nightmare Rally. There is. Oh, that's all there is. That's not very many. I don't know if Nightmare Rally came up as Nightmare Rally or whether it just came up as Nightmare. Don't know. Can't remember. Well. We're going to have to do it. We're going to have to do one of them. Let's do something different, though. Let's go with this Nightmare Park from 1982. I know it's probably Nightmare Rally, but I really fancy trying this because I've not played this game before. So let's do that from 1982 from Bread Hill Software. It's called Nightmare Park. It's quite a quick load, so we don't have to sit around too long for this. It should be fairly fast to load. Let's give this a clear. And let's go for it. It's quite a quick load on this one. We're very close to the end of this tape as well. MP. No, it's definitely not that then, is it? But anyway, Nightmare Park. I'm just fast forwarding through the tape now for the next one. See if there's anything else on there. I don't think there will be because it's very close to the end of the tape. I'd be surprised if it even fit on the end of it itself, actually. Wow. Seriously, if you've sat through all of this video, by the way, you have the patience of a saint. You need a knighthood. A Spectrum knighthood. Right, I am at the end of that, at the last bit of this tape. It doesn't sound like there's anything else on there, but we are going to give it a try and we'll see what happens. We'll see whether or not there's anything at the very end of it. UGH Nightmare Park by J.S.J. Cranston. Right, okay. Welcome to Nightmare Park. You must make your way through the park. Use from the start to the finish. Remember, the shortest route may not be the best. Right, okay. I want to go east. Oh, surrounded by zombies. Must numbers between 1 to 8 to destroy. 1, 2. Oh. I've got to guess a number. Oh, I've been destroyed. That's really tough. Zombies got you. You've basically got to choose a random number. Claims another victim. Try again. Yeah, sure. Ha! You haven't got a chance. Right. So, basically you've got to go through here and then back to the start. It's like some kind of like board game. It says the first thing isn't the best way, so we'll go north. Back to the start. Right, okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. Cascade of red hot fireballs. Cross your fingers. Okay, I'm crossing my fingers. What am I meant to do? Oh, I'm meant to move left and right. Oh no, got me! Claimed another victim, it got me. That's pretty tough, actually. That's an understatement about how tough that is. Right, okay, we're let us put the tape in, and let's finish this off. Whoo, we're almost there. Do you want another go? No, I'm gonna guess. You made a wise decision. Oh, the reboots. Oh, that's cool. I like it. Wise decision. Right, last of the tape. Last of this tape. Okay. It sounds quiet thus far. Okay, almost there. Okay, almost there. That's it. Congratulations, we finished a Sony tape in less than 3 hours. Woo! Brace yourselves. Quickly do the W.H. Smith tape. Let's see if there's anything on the first side of it. Go, go, go. Did I rewind it? Yes, I did. Right, side one. Play. This could be bad, this could be good. We are almost there. You have done it. Pat yourself on the back. Congratulations to us all. No more 3-hour flipping videos, though. One more try on that. One more try, and then you're getting flipped over for oddball. I don't know what oddball is. Right. You're getting flipped over for oddball. Right, I don't know what oddball is. I've never played it before. I'm just gonna prep my just in case. Oddball by Powerhouse, 1986. That's what it says for Oddball. Not a game I've played before. I'm not even sure what it is. Powerhouse had they did Soft and Cuddly, I think it was, or Cute and Cuddly, one of the two. It's some bizarre games that they created, with some music soundtracks on it. It was really weird. It's another one of those games that kind of loaded and then wrote to itself, it like wanted to record, a bit like that thing we had earlier, which was a bit weird. We were like, why are we recording at this point? And it was kind of a very odd one. Right, come on then, Oddball, let's go for it. We'll see if we can get you to load. I'm going to be surprised if this mega tape loads though. Oddball's going for it. Oddball is loading. I'm celebrating. My arms are in the air with excitement. It's like a rock concert in here. A very quiet rock concert without a lot going on. But Oddball, don't you worry. I have a backup plan for you. I'm surprised that tape worked anyway, to be honest, because I saw it before. It was like halfway through. Been like that for 30 years or whatever else it is. It's not the best. So let's get Oddball on the here. This is like I should have streamed this, really, shouldn't I? I should have put you through 3 hours worth of video on a live stream, Twitch stream or something similar. I'm regretting not going for the original plan, which was not plan I was thinking about, which was stopping it. As I say, I was worried about this, but we've done it. We're doing it. Here we go, Oddball. Getting it on the PlayZX. People are going to look at the runtime on this and just go, nope. Nope, not catching up on that one. You can have this running in the background, to be honest with you. Just listen to me just churning rubbish out all the time. You can tell it's a Powerhouse game because they always do like the Powerhouse logo, which is like this sort of pyramid thing in the middle of it. They don't seem to do particular backgrounds, if that makes sense. You just put the name and then they put the, as I say, the powerhouse bit through the middle. I wonder what the number represents. There's like a number there at the end of it, the A014548. Is that like his account number or something like that? Maybe. Pay him to this account. It's a sort code, actually. Maybe it's a sort code. Could be, actually. It's the right number of numbers for a sort code. Bit of a silly way of putting it there, though, if that's a sort code. We can all pay him money. Can't do much else with his bank account. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Right, gentlemen, I have decided, and ladies, there's maybe some ladies watching, very, very early though. This is a Spectrum man cave thing, isn't it? Really, that's what happens here. But all ladies are welcome, obviously. But I don't think there'll be any here. I think we're going to do Oddball, and I'm going to leave because it's just been so long. I am going to leave Bear Go, the mega game, and the exclusive Bard's Tale until next week because I think to be honest with you, we're going to be here all day, and as much as I've enjoyed doing a 3-hour video, I'm done. I'm spent. As much as I enjoy 3-hour video, I need to render this. I need to get it ready for you guys. I need to get it out there. So the only way to do that is to actually finish after this one. So we'll play Oddball. We'll see what it's like. I'll say thank you for joining me for this. I really appreciate anybody who spent. If you spent the time, if you put in the comments below, if you spent the time actually watching this entire video, put it in the comments below. I don't know. I watched an epic into the bottom there. So I watched an epic into the bottom there, and then I'll see how many people did it. And we'll I'll think about giving you a little credit in the next at the end of the next one. All right, we'll put a credit for you. That's what it is. I watched an epic. This week, you've got until next Sunday, which is the the 10th. If you put the 10th of November 2019, if you put in "I watched an epic" at the bottom there in the comments, what I'll do is I'll put a credit to you at the end. Just stick one on the end of the next video. So the last one in season 4 I watched an epic, and you can have your name in there because I do appreciate it. So thank you for that. Please feel, and please feel free to share this with everybody, share this one because it's such a monster that we quite literally we have to share it with everybody. So right, okay, tune on, tune off. 6. Oh, I can hear the tune now. It's alright, actually, I don't mind the tune. Right, I'm going to go 4 Sinclair joystick because I've got one. Oh, cool. Oh, no, not cool. Ah! I can't seem to stop. It's maybe this stupid joystick. No, I can't seem to stop. I think I've played this before. Inflation. I seem to be able to roll. This joystick's rubbish. Right, I'm going to kill myself because this joystick's rubbish. We need to have another couple goes at this before we do that. Space to continue, yeah. Unless it is actually just moving when I push it, tap it over that way. Maybe this joystick, I don't know. Weird. Makes a funny noise. I'm just gonna kill myself. Didn't see a quit button, so we'll try the keyboard and we'll see whether it can get to work. That should be me over. I don't know what the keys are, but we're just gonna give it a try. We'll give it a try. Right, 1 for keyboard. I'm going to make a guess at the keys. Oh, it does just move automatically. So we've got the Q button. That one. What's the space do? Ah, space makes you zap up if you've got them. Alright, okay, so I can push that along. It makes me go across here. Ah, no, don't do that. Right, well, that's just going to be hard, because I think that's me stuck there. Oh, no, it isn't. Ice. That kills me as well. So it just makes you keep going in the direction. So this, we've obviously got to go that... okay. Getting it to do the jump up is quite difficult, actually. I don't know why. It's quite hard, actually. It's quite a hard game. Not entirely sure what I'm doing. Oh, and that makes me go up there. No. That's it. Down here. As I say, I'm not sure what we're trying to do. Ah, collected something. You have to hit the spacebar at the right time to zap yourself up on these things. And it's like really, really pixel perfect whether or not you can do it or not. Wow. Not. It's horrible though. No, it's not. Ah! What am I thinking? I'm thinking about death. That's what it is. Ah, so I'm meant to be collecting those things. See that thing there? That's what I'm meant to be collecting. So that's our plan. Okay. I don't have to. That's what I'm meant to be collecting, though. Those things there. That's the ultimate game, or the ultimate aim of the game. It's really bad, actually. Well, no, it's not bad. I'll go. It's just very tough. It's not quite it's not exactly gelling for me, the movement wise. We're doing it, but it's not brilliant. Yeah, that's quite hard to do. Yeah, because you go up there, beams you to that one. There, we got up. Then we're around here. I'm going to try going this way. Because once I fall off, I'm stuck because I can't get back up again. No, it's can't. Oh, wow. It's like a platform, but with a constant movement forward is really difficult to manage. Oh no, can't fall down. Oh damn. That's it, fell off, I'm dead. I think that's it, it's all over. What a tough game that is. Grant Jacquest. Anyway, I'm going to finish on that, but thank you for sparing your time to actually do this. And if you say I watched an epic, I'll put your name in the credits at the end of end of the season. But thank you for spending your time with me. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe, or please feel free to share this, because anyway, it's just a monster. So much fun. Anyway, I'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye bye.